Hello, folks, and welcome to Drone Therapy Season 3, Episode 27 with our special guest, Philly Drone Life. But first, I want to bring in my co-host this evening, as Ethan and Nemo are busy this evening. So it's just going to be me and my co-host, John Cuppi. What's up, John?
What's going on, guys? Happy to be here, Bill. This should be really, really awesome, man. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun in pre-show. So without further ado, let us bring in the
man of the hour,
Philly Drone Life.
I'm a freaking star! Oh my God, I'm a star! I'm a star, Bill. I made it to the top. Woo! Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Well, we're glad to have you here tonight, Michael. And just to start things off, what got you into drones? Are you going to answer? Or are you just going to stare? He's going to do this.
You ever see the Fred Flintstone when you just shrink? No, what got me into drones, Bill? Somebody out there is laughing. I don't know where, but somebody. Yeah, dude, the hobby. Hey, listen, man. For me, what it was is I needed to get moving. I was a very unhealthy person, and my fiance bought me a drone for Christmas. That's my story. I was 600 pounds and dying, and they needed to get me a hobby to get out of the house, something to just get me moving, put some life in me. So she was over at Best Buy and saw these things in the aisle, and so she got me a drone. She didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they were, and Bill, from the first time it went up in the air, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, if anybody's ever had a weight issue, you feel grounded. You feel like you can't move, right? I mean, being overweight, you just feel stuck in a freaking earth. And in a drone, you're flying. You're as light as a feather, you know? And it's just, I'll never forget just taking it off and just being like, oh my God, I'm flying. And from that point on, it's been nonstop. I mean, I think I've been in the air every single day since the first day that she's got the drone. So, what's up, drone mom? Oh, wow, I'm a star.
And Jay Santiago came in and said, hey to everybody.
Oh, let me pull up the things here, Bill. I can't find your channel.
Can you see? If you see the stream, you should be able to see the chat over to you should have a chat on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look! And Curtis Dart
Curtis is here. Oh no, I'm embarrassed.
Okay, so that's what got you into flying drones. Now, I have another question. I've watched a lot of your footage on your channel now, and I'm pretty sure you live in the city of Philadelphia, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how do you fly legally up there in Philly so much?
Well, okay, Bill. So the next question, how you doing? It's let me tell you something. It's doable. A lot of guys thinks, and here's the other thing. Come on, look at me. I'm a comedian, right? So always been the class clown. So a lot of my flying, guys, I mean, I'm just trying to make people laugh. I'm trying to give people a little laughter in a day. Don't listen to everything I'm saying that's coming out of my mouth. Hey, I'm 45,000 feet away. Guys, I'm under 400 feet and I'm within visible line of sight. I'm following all the rules. It does toe the line, though. Anybody that's in a city or that flies around people, you're always having to look out, the direction you take, the route you take. Is there people going their way? How do I get to where I want to go without crossing a highway? So sometimes you got to go a little out of your way. For me, I try to stay over rooftops, and I always look at every flight as risking myself or the drone. I never put anyone else or anything else at risk. That's kind of the way I do it. But, so from an outsider looking in, they're just seeing this camera flying around the sky in city of Philadelphia. Oh my God, look how reckless. I've pulled up onto that site a half hour before I was there. I've went over my all my permissions to make sure I was in legal space. I've done it all. They're laughing. Somebody's saying something in the chats. I need to go into the chats. That's Steve Carpenter. Hello, Stevie. Drone Bomb. John Cuppi, you're here. Hello. But anyway.
Hey, Mike, if you haven't noticed, if I've been throwing up the chat, so you can just keep rolling, buddy. See,
yeah, that's right. See that? Yeah, I could see it. Thank you, Bill. You guys are professionals.
You're on a roll, and we don't want to slow you down. This is a good subject, especially for people in larger cities that might be curious how you would do that. And just want to say really quickly while we're here, and I have the breath to take the air from Michael and take the room. I will say, hello, Drone Shots. Good to see you in the house. Glad to say, and look, he even says Mikey. So there you go, Builder 710.
Say hello to him for me, please. He's my
hi, Builder 710.
Hi, Builder. Hello, Builder. Look at me.
Hi, John.
Man. Hello.
And we say hi, Arts Place. All right, now continue on your class on how to fly in large cities.
Yes. So, and here's the other thing, guys. If you don't have experience, I'm sorry. Hey, let me just catch your breath. As this goes on, I'll get a little bit better. I am a nervous wreck. Just to put that out there. A lot of the way I act and it's all to cover up my freaking nervous energy. I'm a freaking mess. And so I cover it up with that. So please forgive me. It does eventually calm down some. But get over on the Philly Drone Life. Tap the freaking like button and comment. Do something and whatever else that they say. But anyway, to fly in the city, getting back onto the freaking thing, flying in the city. If you don't have experience, guys, don't try it. Because there's a million ways to go home without your drone. A million ways. Even with the experience I have, I'm constantly losing connections. Just to go over each and every flight, there's directions. You have to make sure that your signal is constantly in direction of your bird. You can never put anything, even a corner of a building between yourself and the drone. So that signal has to stay strong constantly. And even when you do that, the guys in New York know this, you'll still lose connection. So if you're getting the DJI says it can go 5 miles in a city, you're lucky to get a mile. It's so busy. There's so much going on. The other thing is people think they could just hit their return to home button and the drone's going to come home. Well, in the city, guys, you hit the return to home button and it goes 180 degrees in the opposite direction sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So again, that's another thing. Fully awareness. When you take off, you have to have landmarks. You have to know where you're taking off so that when you're 400 feet in the sky, you know what direction to go. You guide yourself toward landmarks. Again, when circling buildings, and the FAA asked me this, when you're circling, you lose line of sight when you're behind the building. Well, you're not. I don't lose line of sight because when I circle a building, I never go below the building. I'm always at least 50 to 100 feet above the top of the building. Otherwise, you'll lose control. You lose signal. Don't try it. I know it's a great shot, and you can get the walls turning. And as soon as you get behind it, you're going to lose control. It's going to return to home right into the side of the building. So please be careful. And with that being said, I don't just pull up on a site and just send the drone up in the air and half-matically just go flying. Hey, I'm going to send the drone over to see, look at these crowds of people. Let's fly. That's not what's going on here. We're pulling up, we're looking, we're assessing, and we're doing it safe. I mean, let's face it, guys, these things are expensive. I want it back. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't need any problems. And I want to go home with my drone so I could do it again tomorrow. But that's it. And I do, guys, I get so much riffraff about the city and you're breaking rules. And again, everybody that takes their bird up into the sky, if you're 100 feet up and you leave anywhere close to a city, you're probably breaking some rule. There's probably some human being down below that you might have flown over, some car that's moving because you can't fly. Here's a killer. You could fly over cars, but they just can't be moving. So you could put the drone through a car windshield if they're at a stop sign, but if they start, you can't. That's not good. I get it. I understand you don't want to cause accidents, but it's still, some of the rules are a little crazy, but you got to abide by them. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Hello, Mike Roche. How are you, man?
No, that's perfectly fine. I told you could just be you tonight, and you've been, to be honest with you, you've been rather subdued. You've held back on your expletives, let's say. So you've given us this break for you to catch breath and us to jump into the chat. Mike Roche, good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a while, brother. E-Drone in the house, good to see you. So glad to have you, Paul. Drone Bum, good to see you here too, sir. Builder, I'm sure you're still here. I can see Canadian Drone Hub. Roger's in the house. Jody from Drone Shots, glad to have you here too. Did you say, is DeMarco here? And I just didn't see him. DeMarco, where are you, DeMarco?
FS he's right there.
Okay, good to see you, DeMarco. Yes, I see it now. DeMarco. Yes, there we go. Showtime. Thank you very much. Okay. We really didn't have a big major subject tonight. Just we figured that Mike would be Mike. Because, a lot of times we come on and we'll talk about, drones in the news and this, that, and the other. And we know that every drone show has beat the Mavic Mini to death and beat the Skydio 2 to death. So we're just going to talk about some things that are coming up. We know that Ethan isn't with us tonight because he got called into work. So he couldn't be here. But we're still going to do, we're still going to do color grading 2 next week. In the description of this show, you will see for submissions to color grading 2, the email address for that. Please email him. I think it's a broadreachpro at gmail.com, something like that. So please talk to him and everything, and send your videos into him because he's going to do some color grading next week. We're going to send him some of our personal color grading, or some of our personal stuff, so that he can color grade. And he's going to kind of do more, probably use Final Cut again. But as we all know, color grading is pretty much standard for all softwares. So that's kind of an update on what we're going to do that for next week. And then the week after that, another Ethan Mitchell inspired show is going to be called Money Shot. Yeah, that's right. I was waiting to see you. Yes. Your favorite drone money shots will be discussed that evening during the show. And anybody that's willing to come on and maybe we'll link to your channel and something you want to share with us that night, we'll try to get it up and share with us and show your channel and stuff. So we're going to it's kind of going to be like a viewer's choice money shot night, what your favorite shots are. It can be any drone. I don't care if it's a SEMA X5, with a little 0.3 megapixel camera and you like what you're doing with it. That's perfectly fine too. Hey, and I can see Philly Drone Life's in the house, and that was really cool.
He's in the house.
He's actually he's in the chat, and he's in the house, and he's over here. And what do I see? Oh my goodness!
No! It curves dart out of nowhere. It just comes in.
Get in here.
He's a wizard.
First of all, John, it is great to be on a show with you. Finally, you and I have chatted offline and are in all these other groups and stuff. So I'm really excited about being on a show with you. This is really, really cool. Thank you, Bill.
That's freaking awesome, man. Nice Same for you,
Bill. It's always nice to come on your show. And I do have a reason for being here, not just to come in here and
professional voice.
There's something there's something that I wanted to point out about my buddy Philly here. And a lot of the things that he's telling you are exactly true. When he gets in front of the camera and things are going, he really loses it. He just goes off in left field and
I got blood pressure, man.
The chips fall where they may kind of guy. But I have spent many, many hours offline just talking to the guy about some very, very deep subjects. And I think he has a great story to tell and an inspiring story to tell. Adversity being overcome. This guy's background is just amazing. Now, somehow or another, I got to get him to calm down and tell the story because, like I said, it's just he and I have talked about it many, many times, and the things that have happened to him in his lifetime, And if he were to just come out onto a show, and I've actually thought about just recording the conversations he and I have, and not even telling him, hey, I'm going to put this on live or something like that. But I wouldn't do that to you, Mike. But
if it was,
no, no, he's really an inspiration as far as overcoming adversity in life and making a positive change. And if you were to actually listen to some of the things that he says and the things that he's been through and how drones have essentially changed his life, that and YouTube, the people that he meets and the people that inspired him, the dude's amazing. He has a great story. We just got to get it out of him.
Yeah, thank you, Curtis.
I love this guy. I really do. And I'm here to support you. Now let me get my glasses on.
Yeah, you killed me. You killed me, man.
Okay, now that you're settled down a little bit, it would be really cool.
I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable now. He settled me down.
Well, let's see. We got a bunch of people in the chat, a bunch of your friends out there. Hey, Canadian Drone Hub's here. Al Diaz is here. Drone Bum's here. Steve Carpenter's here. Novice Quads is here.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what it is about the chats, but these guys in these chats, and it's pretty much the same people. They've saved my life in the last year. At least the last year has been a really tough time in my life. But just going live, because that's pretty much all I do. I don't edit. I make jokes about posting. I'm going to fix it in post. There is no post. I go live. And that's why I go live. So there is no post. But, when I see the names, the Canadian Drone Hum, Exploration, Al Diaz, and I see these common names and just the kind words that are said, hey, sometimes it just takes a good morning, Mike, and I know that sounds lame, but sometimes you feel so alone in the world. You feel like it's you against the whole freaking world and things ain't going your way. And then you send the drone up to capture this beautiful sunrise and you start to see all these names and they just start to make you feel so comfortable, so happy again. You get, and then poof, for that 20 minutes, I'm out of myself, and it's been times like that really that have just kept me strong and it just kept me moving forward. And then from the drone, I figured, well, hey, why not start showing other parts of my life? And part of my recovery, not only from drug addiction, but it's from weight addiction as well. So I started going live from the treadmill, not thinking anybody would even watch me. And it was really embarrassing, guys, to put your fat out into the world and say, hey, I'm fat and look, I can't run a mile, and look at me, and so it's really embarrassing. But what I found out it was the total opposite. People were blown away by, I guess, the courage that it took to do that. And they started coming forward and thanking me. And I can't begin to thank you guys, because without you guys, without the chats, I couldn't do this. I really couldn't. And it's really saved my life. It really has. And so all the thanks and from my heart to everybody on YouTube. And for me, it never was about 100,000 subscribers. That's wonderful. All I wanted was 1,000 subscribers to go live from my drone. And then at that point, I really don't care. Get a little fudge room and then I'm okay. And that's still the way I feel. But really, man, it's people like you. Each and every one of you is a personality of your own. And it's teaching me so much about life. And as a heavy person, if anybody had a weight issue, you grow up pretty much alone. You're fat. Nobody wants to be with the fat guy. And then when I got older, I was on drugs, and then I don't want to share my shit, so I'm alone there too, And but here on YouTube, it's a whole community, and I've had to learn how to make friends and learn that not everybody's good either, that in every pack, there's good people, there's bad people. And so I'm getting to learn that at 53 years old with a freaking drone. And I find that to be so amazing that any tool you use can be such a growing point in life. And it's all up to what you want to get from it. How far are you willing to go? How open do you want to be to get to where you want to go? Do you want to be more enlightened? They talk about the enlightened. If you want more out of life, there's these wonderful tools that you can use. And just by being honest, open-mindedness, and willingness, you can get anything you want. And now, with that being said, it comes with some pain, and it comes with a lot of risk. But if you're willing, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So they're also, as much as you get hurt, there's some wonderful rewards with it. So I, challenge people, just do it. It's YouTube. Who cares? And I try to pretend nobody's watching. That's my little secret. Don't tell anybody. Shh. Nobody's watching. It's just me. It's just me. It's it.
No, there's a shitload of people here. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh no! Stop. See, that's when I start to turn into Fred Flintstone. It was the one incident I'll never forget it. I come on. I watched the Barney Rubbles. I watched Fred Flintstone. Growing up. And I'll never forget the one. I related to Fred so much when him and Barney, they did something and he started shrinking in the chair and he got real small, like all eyes were on him. That and then the Honeymooners when he got the $64 million question and he was a real tough guy. And then they said, and there's 1 million people watching. How do you feel, Ralph? I mean, it's I relate to that so much because it's just how I feel. Soon as you put the camera here, it's like, and if I think for 1 second there's somebody else other than me and just you couple guys, I start to panic. Yeah, it's like I want to run. And I know you feel that way. I know it. Jason, you feel that way.
I used to go crazy, but now it's just like, if anybody wants to watch, they'll watch. If they don't, they don't.
I know.
And you'll beat your. I mean, you can ask John. I'll try to come up with ideas during the week of little. Should we do mini segments? Should we do this? And I've come to find out, Curtis Dart, people really like graphics more than you realize.
Yeah.
So people, I think were a little because I don't, even my little Bobo stuff like this,
Bill, show them your thing that you showed me. That's amazing.
Now, okay, one of my friends, I'm going to give a shout out to Greg Ray. He sent me this Mavic 2 Pro already rigged. He said for me to use it in our productions and stuff. I want to say I am very grateful to Greg Ray. Oh God, he's going to shoot me because I can't remember exactly. It's Gray Motion. I want to say GRAYMOTION. And he does a lot of 3D graphics and 3D work. If you want to check out his channel, and I will look here in a minute when I back off. And I will give you all a glance of our season 4 stinger/trailer.
Wowzers, man. Wow.
Yeah, it was okay.
No, that was awesome, dude.
Dude, that was more than okay. I love when it comes right.
That was okay, man.
Huh? Yeah, I'm getting better. Okay, and that was actually, I know. Yeah.
That was good, Bill. I loved it.
But the thing about it was here a couple, I don't know, what was it, like a month ago, I was actually offering like those for sale for like $5 and people didn't even want them. So I can understand why Curtis will get bent out of shape when he'll work for like 14 or 20 hours and go, somebody will say, I'll give you $50.
The amount of work that goes into these things. I mean, he was showing me some of the stuff on the side, and I had no idea how. I mean, just to get a propeller to spin on top of a drone, I'm like, oh yeah, just put the spinning thing. He's like, no. That's in 3D space. Every twirl, guys, has to be placed perfectly right.
That's this much, man. You gotta light it just right. You gotta get all your textures perfect.
Yes.
People don't realize.
And then you got three other arms. Remember that. That's just
I had found a company that basically had a template set up that you paid a monthly fee for, and they were high end templates. And so you could actually Like this one, this one was for a Black Friday sale, and I changed it around. This is what I closed the show with.
I like that.
So it mutes our microphone and we can't hear it when that plays. Is that correct?
Yes, but John discovered something really unique that we didn't know about Streamyard. You can manually unmute and talk over the videos.
Ah.
Yeah, they're about to extend the length of the videos so that you can share more lengthy videos, plus that you can upload and stream in a different form. Also, they've finally given us control over the chat. We actually have a moderation over each general chat. Like if I was also streaming to, Lloyd, good to see you. Steve Carpenter, people that I haven't yelled at yet. Roger, Mike Roche, Kitty
What
again.
is up, Mike Roche?
Okay, and like he's seeking, like Curtis has changed his screen and stuff because he's using. Oh, you're still using OBS. I got you.
Yeah, I'm still using OBS.
And so, it's kind of pretty cool. I have the basic program. It's like $25 a month, so I can change out the the watermark and put our own, brand up there and stuff like that. I can like put in banners, kind of like this one. I like this one. Nobody picked up on this. I was waiting on somebody to pick up on this, and nobody did. Because I guess nobody was ancient like me.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
I mean, yes. Oh my, come on. I'm
Life cereal, man.
They killed me. Oh, that was every fat joke of every single day of my life.
Yeah, exactly. But I wasn't. Here was the other one. I wasn't meaning to be a fat joke. I love.
No, dude. I don't. Come on.
But here. You ready for this one? Here's this one.
Do you like wood? Oh, is that the?
Wait. Look. But see, then it pops up cabinets.
Yeah. And as a cabinet maker, that's what I do for a living.
Well, no, that's dude. My dad used to work in leather. I know we're off, but tonight was a get to know Michael night. So if we're not always talking about drones, that's fine. Because I'll be honest with you, Mike, there's been a lot of days I've been having a crappy day, and I'll tune in when you're on that treadmill, and I'll be like, I really need to exercise, but Mike's doing it for me.
Well, that's not his goal there, though. His goal is to get you on that treadmill.
Yeah.
If Michael can do it, you can do it.
Well, my first goal was to actually get somewhere down near Tacoma, or even drive as far as Olympia someday, and put a drone in the air with my friend who I've never got to fly with yet.
Hey, that would be me.
Yes, that would be you.
Oh, how cute. Look at the camaraderie. I love it. This is beautiful.
Yeah, one of these days, Bill, it'll probably be in the middle of winter when nothing's happening. But, that'll be gorgeous if we get one of those nice snow days.
Okay, well, before I don't know for a fact if it's going to work out. I've got my fingers crossed. But I do know that the Rotor Riot crew is in town. They're in Seattle. I have spoken to Zoe just a tiny bit, so I'm hoping that possibly, fingers crossed, maybe a snowball's chance, and where I might get to meet Zoe and possibly some of the Rotor Riot crew Friday. I don't know. I'm fingers crossed.
Wow.
I mean, I hope. Be really cool though, but because she was telling me, I talked to her last night before she got on the plane, and I talked to her when she got here off the plane, and then I told her I was going to be down south of the city. And man, there's a place that they went to that was it Fly Systems or something? Have you ever heard of that place, Curtis? What was it?
Fly Systems? No, I haven't heard of that one.
Okay, I'm trying to I have to look on her page to know exactly what it was. Zoe.
What do you do there, Bill? What do they make something? Is it
oh God, like the ultimate Free Fly Systems in Woodinville. I mean, and dude, they got we're talking.
Oh, the Cinestar stuff. Yeah.
They're like, yeah. Did they go? Were these the people that were at Spin Up? Because this kid looks familiar. He looks like the kid that was talking down there, but maybe not. But it looks like they shoot like movies.
Oh yeah, they use the big red Epic cameras. They put those big, huge birds up in the air.
I mean, these are phenomenal. I mean, massive. I'll copy this link.
Yeah, this is for shooting like movie stuff. Very, very slow cinematic movements. It's just about getting what they do is essentially like they'll come over the trees to reveal the house, and set the scene up for the movie. That's a lot of what they do. But yeah, they carry those big red Epic cameras and the Aria Pro cameras. I mean, the big expensive camemas, not
did
not
I
GoPros.
say that, is Marcus going to sell his Mavic Pro too? Because I see DeMarco saying, "Hi-ho quadcopter, no, you can't sell the MP2." And I'm like scrolling back, and hey, good to see you, Mike, in the house. Have you? It's good to see. And Philly's like giving thumbs up. What is this? Oh, I don't want to. You're just
Don't
gonna
worry,
remind us
Al.
next Monday is going to be an interesting night.
Don't worry, we got this.
Yeah, I think we do.
Roger, I use this cup all the time, man.
I think we do, man. You saw Brady go bananas after he lost Sunday. That was so funny.
You guys are big sportsters, huh? That's one thing I could tell, Bill, that you're into sports, and I know Curtis is into them. But I never got into sports, never, not even a little bit. When I come from a sports town, for some reason, I liked playing baseball, but that was it, just playing the game. Guys kind of just got so crazy over it that for whatever reason, I didn't get into it. That's my thing. But yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, pretty much same here, man. So, I played Little League when I was little. I played soccer, but I never ended up wanting to watch sports. I couldn't. I realized I couldn't care less. So we're pretty much the same.
And what's funny is I live about 100 feet from a bar, big freaking mafia bar, right? And there are all the big manly dudes, big names. And you should see them on like Monday night and Sunday. They're crying. Oh, yeah, the Chiefs lost. Or they won, but they didn't cover. Whatever that means. Oh, they didn't cover. And it's like, yeah. And did they win? Yeah. Well, who cares? They won. But what I didn't realize is they lost $30,000 because they didn't cover,
That's what I was going to say. That's why they're crying, dude. Yes. It's a little more than just the game.
We want to say a quick shout out to Exploration Obsessions 53rd birthday today. Happy birthday!
Birthday less. And guys, why have more when you can have less? I love saying that.
I said we got this Seahawks game, and Al says no, you don't. We're 11-2, man. We got this.
Oh yeah, he's got and somebody's gonna throw that out there. Go ahead. He's going to say they're going to be like, what do you mean 11-2? We're already got for the season. Well, count the games since we lost last season and add them to this season, and that's what we got, man. I guess. I don't know. I think that's where he's going. I don't know.
No, we're 11-2 right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, you count preseason
who
too?
cares about sports? Let's talk about Michael. Anyway, so no, Bill, you got to answer me a question. I know it's over talked about and everything else, but could you just tell me what your feelings are for the Mavic Mini? I know. How do you feel about it?
Do you guys see my scroll since we're talking about the Mavic Mini?
Yeah. What Christmas is a Mavic Mini?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna buy it.
GoPro Hero 8. Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy either one, but if somebody buys me one, I'll take it.
And of course, you
already know the first drone we're probably going to end up flying together. It's blue and black.
Oh, stop! No, it better not be.
Yeah, we've already talked about it, man.
Oh, dude,
he's already. Who do you think he was making jokes about buying it from first?
Oh, you?
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, think about it. It's just up the street, man. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh. Hey, listen, after you're done with it, Curtis, can you sell it to me? I'm dying to see if it'll avoid wires in Philly.
Well, my buddy John Cuppi over there was saying, hey, Kurt, come on. I could use that. And we could just pass it around. You might get it after him.
But it could be like the heron bird around the world.
Yeah, I want to see if it could follow me on the treadmill. It would probably do really good.
Ron Brown.
You guys, so you guys know that I do 3D graphics. Do you know what Michael wanted me to do? He wanted me to put a hamster wheel, a 3D hamster wheel on his treadmill, so it looks like he was running on a hamster wheel. And I actually sat down and worked out how to do it, and then I thought,
it's crazy.
Why are we doing this?
I just felt like I felt like in such a rat race. I felt like I was in such a rat race, you know? It's like, dude, you got to put me in a wheel so that I could just look at
I actually sat down and I worked out all the details of how to do it. And I said, okay, so here's what we got to do to pull it off. And
but think
you know what? We're going to do this once, and it's going to take me like 6 hours to get it all set up. And no, we're not doing that.
Actually figured it out.
Well, I see 3D graphics as a challenge. It's people say to me, "Hey, Kurt, it takes you so long to do this stuff," and I go, "No, it's actually a challenge of trying to figure out how to make it all work." A lot of what I do is not. Are you guys familiar with the term keyframing? It's an old animation term. Well, I don't use keyframes. I use expressions. I use a mathematical expression for the propeller spinning, to get the floaty effect of the drone, and then I put everything into groups. I mean, it's a whole thing that I do. I make it try to look as realistic as possible. And I do the same thing with camera moves. I don't use keyframes. Keyframes are kind of, I mean, you can use Bezier curves. Okay, we're getting in too deep now. You can use Bezier curves to smooth things in, and use things called easy ease to smooth for it to go out of the keyframe into the next keyframe. But it's still a keyframe. It's got a point where it stops.
Where did my
Chris? What is your video editor of choice?
I just lost everybody. Sorry.
Bull crap. I was with you the entire way. I know exactly what manual Bezier is. I could get the whole 9 yards. It's just different on every software. Like for me, I've got constant, smooth in, smooth out, smooth, stuff like that. But I also use After Effects, so I know Ease and all this stuff too. So, but yeah, it's all basically the same.
Do you have After Effects?
Yes.
So go to AE Scripts, and there's an expression called Ease and Whiz. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it's a series of, and it's a script that gets plugged in, and all you got to do is choose which ones you want, and you get much more of a whip into it, and it's slowly going into it. I mean, it looks much better than just the Bezier curve.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Do I see you scheduling another show here, Michael? See, he's already enterprising. He's already clicking on Zeno Nation.
Hey, Ron Brown, I'm yours, man.
Yeah. So appearing
What's up,
soon
Ron Brown in the house.
Appearing soon on Zeno Nation. Drone Live. The Mavic Mini.
Going over to Ron.
So, John, to answer your question, the core of everything that I do is as a Premiere Pro. And then from there, because of the way the Adobe Suite works, everything is linked up, whether it's Adobe Audition, where I'm working on audio files, you can dynamically link all this different software together, including Cinema 4D. So what I do is I sit down, I create a timeline of what I would like. And sometimes it's just represented by a color. Like I want 2 seconds of this thing here, and this is going to be blue. And then I'll export that to After Effects. I'll dynamically link it to an After Effects file. And then from After Effects, let's say I want to put a 3D drone in there. There's a plugin called Cineware. And it allows you to, and it comes with the Adobe Suite, by the way. It allows you to take 3D models from Cinema 4D, which I have, and you can then import, once you make the model, you can import that and the camera moves that you make in Cinema 4D into After Effects to polish them up. You can have the light flares and all that stuff. And then you also do the same with Adobe Audition. You get all your sound and your audio together that way. So it's a host of programs. It's not just one little thing, but it all starts and it's all wrapped around Premiere Pro.
Yeah, and I don't have an absolute. I guess the one, because I learned it and I knew it the best, and I still know it the best, is HitFilm. And I have a copy of
HitFilm. Is highly respected, man. Highly respected in the community.
Yeah, and because I know HitFilm Pro, that's why I pretty much keep it every year. Got a real good friend who's been on here, Film Sensei Jay Haynes, who just put up a teaching program on Udemy that you can get for less than $15 right now on Udemy. Go to, I think it's Jay, if you were here, I'd have you post the link. I will try to remember and throw it up in the chat, but it's like $15, and he goes all through HitFilm Express, gives you the ins and outs on how you can learn it. There's a lot of, you can get a certificate when you're done so that you can show that you understood it and everything. You can go back through it as many times as you want to, and it's very, very thorough for less than, like I said, $15. Wow. See, now, here's Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. I love his stuff.
Unfortunately, you can't hear the audio.
Well, no, yeah, I've heard it before. You could do a share, Curtis.
He is amazing.
You have an option to share. You should have an option at the bottom.
So there's an option to share.
At the bottom of your screen, do you have a share screen? Once you get it loaded, I would bring it in.
Let me go find it real quick.
But anyway, so you're going to be on Xeno Nation talking about the Mavic Mini. Okay, and my personal opinion of the Mavic Mini is I didn't order one. I didn't buy one. I figure if I really want one in a month or two, I could probably pick one up at Best Buy.
That's what I did, Bill. I bought it at Best Buy, figuring I got 30 days to play with it, review it. If I don't like it that bad, I could send it back. But I just bought it. I'll be honest with you. It's not, I mean, come on. I got a Mavic 2 Pro and a Mavic 2 Zoom. It's not like I bought the Mini to go beat a drone or because it's better. I bought it because it's so little and so cute. I just wanted to see what it was about. Let's review it, make some videos. And if I really think it's a waste of money, I'll send it back. But anything that small, that cute, and to send a mile out has got to be amazing.
Did you share the audio, Curtis?
Yes.
All right, good. We're good to go.
All right, here we go. This is me.
Let's see if we get this.
Are you guys hearing the audio?
We're not even seeing anything. We just see your blank screen.
Yep, it's black.
It's just black.
Well, interesting.
Very strange.
It
shared the screen, but it didn't.
Yeah, it's not playing it. Let me try on it.
Because we can see your mouse moving around and everything.
Let me try it on a different player.
Okay. That'll work.
That might be what's wrong. Who knows? Let's see. Open.
Okay, so yeah, when you get on with Xeno Nation, you and Ron and Marcus can all talk Mavic Mini.
No.
Yeah, because you all ordered one.
No,
so you're all gonna,
how cute.
So
but
you all want him on next week? You're going for next Monday? Are y'all gonna have? So wait a minute. Are y'all gonna do him for a special Mavic Mini show? No, they'll have one for sure. I bet you they do.
Mavic Mini.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Curtis has got it ready. We're gonna share again. Oh, and we're still not getting anything. This is weird.
Very bizarre.
Yeah, extremely bizarre.
That's because I'm on, guys.
No, it doesn't have anything. I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Oh well.
Huh. Let me see. I'll let me find something of mine.
Here, I'll just let it play while Mike's talking.
Yeah, go for it. That sounds good.
It's about me. Curtis always comes in and tries to take the show away with his graphics. I'm changing them.
There you go. See, Ron. Okay, next Monday they've got you booked, and they're going to call it, instead of Xeno Nation, it's going to be Mini Nation with Philly Drone Life.
No. Oh God, I don't think I can take it.
Mini Nation. I feel like I'm watching like. Well, I lost my train of thought there. I guess it wasn't that important. It's like AC/DC Back in Black. Wait a minute. Brian from Brian from iAdventures got his Mini today.
Oh, really?
Okay. Now here's something that's wild. Nobody has had any issues other than what's his name, right? Battery Boy that really didn't have any issues.
Who had an issue?
What's his name? X-Jet. No, not X-Jet.
Potato Jet.
Potato Jet.
Very distinct difference, Bill. Not.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm very sorry, X-Jet.
Very distinct.
Didn't mean to go out there.
What was Potato's Jet? What was his issue? Something with the battery?
No, actually,
nothing really.
The issue that happened to Potato Jet was that it was losing altitude. He was full up on the throttle, and it was losing altitude.
Oh,
but he was flying it at 7,500 feet. He was in a mountain. Okay, so the air was very, very thin.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
And at the bottom of the video, he puts a little warning saying, you know, this issue may be caused by firmware, and it's very possible that could be a firmware thing with it being in that thin of air that DJI didn't account for that.
Yeah.
It was a very unique situation where it was literally losing altitude. He actually crashed it. He couldn't bring it back. He flew it out. It just dropped altitude and he crashed it. You have to literally climb down the mountain a bit and grab it. Yeah, it was. That's the only person I know that has had a real major issue like that with it on there.
I mean, I guess it's what I've seen the most. I mean, this drone is all going to be about expectations. If you're not expecting, you know, this unbelievable thing, I think everybody's going to be very pleasantly surprised and pleased, you know. But if you're expecting, you know, a Mavic 2 Pro or even a Mavic Pro, it's not what it is, you know. It's just cute, man. You got to get it to just, and, you know, it's just. Yeah, it's cute, dude.
Did you guys see what Ron Brown said? He's selling all his other drones and switching to the Mini.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wowzers.
That's from like my very first drone. It was like a SEMA X8 clone. You can see it kind of rocking all over the place, and I was like,
"Oh, these are back in the days without gimbals." Oh man, I've got some old Phantom footage I should share with you.
Well, I was just trying to see if there was something wrong with the share, but I didn't have an audio file I wanted to throw up real quick. So seems like that's okay.
I could send this to you, I guess.
I think you've already sent that to me, haven't you? I'm trying to remember what computer it's on.
Copy Dropbox link. Let me send it to you on.
But anyway, I was saying, I agree with you, Philly. I mean, the Mavic Mini is a cute little drone. It's not for the hardcore prosumer. It's not. That's not what it was meant to be.
Because there's no manual settings. Everything's auto.
Yeah, I mean, but John, hey guys, you're going to the beach, right? And you don't want to pack no freaking big suitcases of drones with you. You got this little thing. You stick it in your pocket. Even the batteries, 3 batteries, is going to get you an hour and a half of flight, right? And you send it up over the beach. You're sitting there laying on the towel, and you got this little thing. And it's, what, 2.7K ain't enough to look at butts on the beach? Come on. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a believer that for the most part, for most footage, most people don't care. I mean, no one's saying, oh my goodness, you didn't take that with a 1-inch sensor when they're watching your video on their cell phone. I mean, yeah, I mean, most people don't care. It's about what you're shooting. It's about what you're creating.
And it's going to be smooth, you know. And the one thing that DJI, this ain't even about the Mini, but one thing DJI does know how to do, guys, is gimbals. I mean, let's face it. They could put a gimbal on anything, and they look great. It looks absolutely great. I was doing a flight tonight. I went out just to see. I'm having a problem with my return to home. When I hit return to home, you know that beeping it causes? Well, on the Mavic 2 series, everybody says, well, you hit the power button one time and it's supposed to stop the beeping. Yeah. Mine don't work. I don't know why. It just doesn't work on none of my drones. And so I got and I am running all the new software. I've checked to make sure that they're in the same. I've even refreshed them both.
Not a lot, but
for whatever reason, I clicked the button once. So maybe I'm maybe I'm holding it down too long. I don't know, but I hit it one time and nothing, still beeps. So that's what I was out doing. And so I flew a couple thousand feet out, line of sight, of course. And so I'm coming back and I'm zipping it like 31 miles an hour. But I decide to turn sideways and look at the city as I'm coming home. So the whole movement, I'm looking at my little gauge on the bottom that tells you the tilt of the aircraft. And that tilt was literally like this. And I'm playing with the camera angles. And it was perfectly straight. And I thought to myself, that is absolutely amazing. The drone is bouncing around in the wind up here. at 400 feet. I'm zipping at 31 miles an hour. I'm turning to the side and looking at the city, and everything looked perfectly level. It was blowing my mind, you know. So, oh man.
Sorry, just keep going.
Yeah, I thought maybe you were waving hello to me. Okay, so
you're in my house, man. I don't need to wave yet. You're sitting next to me. What the hell are you talking about, man? Pass the potato chips.
I don't I got a lollipop.
Excuse me, take that back. Pass the fat-free potato chips.
Yes. Yeah.
So, if I can interject here with John and I to have a quick little conversation. The Mavic Mini, everybody's comparing the Mavic Pro and the Mavic 2 Pro, and I don't think that is a fair comparison for the Mavic Mini at all. But John, what do you think about comparing the Mavic Mini to the Cinewhoop?
Ooh.
Similar goal.
That's a good one because that is a similar goal.
Okay.
Especially funny you brought that up because I recently played with a Cinewhoop that's just around that 200 gram mark, and the video from it is pretty cool. So you're right. It's not a fair comparison to say Mavic Mini doesn't perform half as good as my Mavic 2 Pro. Well, duh. It's different goals.
Exactly.
It's absolutely
different
right.
prices.
I don't know. Maybe some people were just expecting too much out of it, I think.
I think the real competitor for it is going to be the Cinewhoop. If you actually sit down and you look at what that was made for, flying through the branches, flying through the trees, and nice slow arcing stuff. If you put the prop guards on the Mavic Mini, you can get those same kind of shots with that thing. So I think that's a better drone to compare it to. Mega B, I'm sorry, that's right.
So does anybody out there know anything about the FAA?
Thank you, Al.
As far as the rules with the Mavic Minis? So in other words, if I put these prop guards on, can I go fly in Center City over crowds of people? And
first of all, when you put the prop guards on, you now have to register.
Okay, I'll register it. But
okay,
now,
you have to register yourself, not register the drone.
Correct. But now that it's registered, it's the props. I mean, it's this little tiny thing. So now
you still have to follow the rules that everybody else has to follow.
But when you have 360-degree prop guards on, it changes things about flying over people and moving vehicles. I do believe you are allowed to fly over people as long as you protect the props. If anybody out there with a 107 knows that, I'd appreciate an answer.
The answer is no.
I thought the answer to that one was a no too.
What, you can't fly over people?
No.
With the prop guards on?
No.
Why?
There are people that are getting parachutes and they're having a hard time getting approval to fly over people.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So.
Wow.
The thing I'm trying to figure out is, so the Amazon birds and stuff that are actually in the air, are they flying over completely rural routes where there's no people at all?
Say that again, Bill.
Okay, we have, I think they're in Virginia. There's actually some Amazon birds that are flying routes. What I'm asking is, are they over completely rural areas to where they don't have to worry about any of that stuff? Wait a minute. So Paul's saying, okay, Rick's saying no. Paul's saying no.
You still can't fly over them.
No, you can't. You have to have a waiver to fly over people. Period.
Well, the only open part of that is it says groups of people, and how do you define a group? Are we a group? 4 people standing next to each other? Is a group 20 people, 30 people? What is a group of people? Right. If you fly over one person, are you in trouble there? I mean, how do you figure that out? I don't think they've defined.
Actually, sorry.
No, go ahead. See, please.
I was going to say that actually goes back to, I think, because you had answered a question that I had on a stream. I think it was maybe Furball Kim's stream. I don't know which one it was now, but someone was talking about, well, if you fly over a highway, not a highway, if you fly over a street, if there's one car that passes by and you fly over it.
Yeah.
I thought that was not a problem. But you say they're actually going to update the rules, or they have updated the rules now to include vehicles.
So I just got off the phone with them. The rule states like this as far as the cars. You cannot fly over any moving vehicle, period. If it's moving, cannot fly over it, period. Because their assumption is it's moving, the thing hits the window, comes through the window, causes an accident. Now, if they're all stopped, you can fly over them. Go figure. But if they're stopped, you can fly over them, and they're in the vehicle. But as soon as they start moving, you cannot fly over moving traffic at all, period. That's what they told me. That's what the guy told me. So unless
now see, that makes no sense to me because now that makes no sense to me on two different grounds. Because number one, if just the virtue of flying over a moving vehicle, if we just consider like one, okay, by the time your drone falls, realistically speaking, that vehicle's already been gone. And second of all, if that's true, what you're saying, then I guess all those people that are stuck in their car, you're flying over. That's groups of people? I mean, but what was Curtis going to say? I wanted to hear what he had to say on this one.
So in my contacts with the FAA, and Michael is correct, currently, right now, you cannot fly over moving vehicles, even if it's one vehicle. There's no numerical amount there. You can if you're on let's say a rural road and you're going to cross over the road and there's a car coming, you stop and that car goes by. Yes, you can then go over it. I mean, you cross over the sidewalk.
Correct.
But if you get on freeway situations, even if there's stalled traffic, I think you're getting into a gray area. Like if you're on Interstate 5 around here at 5 o'clock, where you're not moving, I don't think they're still going to give you on that one if you fly over that traffic. You're just best not to do it. Now, in my contacts with the FAA and with people that are in the know, that I'm told that they are going to change that rule. How they're going to change it, I don't know, but I'm told that they are going to change that rule.
Let's see if it works. Let's see if this works.
I hear nothing. Let me go over here and turn this on, see if it's streaming.
Let's see if this works.
Nope. I hear nothing. Let me go over here and turn this on, see if it's streaming.
Let's see if this works. It could very well be that I'm the only one that hears it, and plus the stream. I don't know. We'll see.
I just checked the live stream. It's not playing.
Okay.
It's worth a try.
Well, supposedly, if you click that link, it'll share the audio. But when I've done it before, it's been really like metallic and just raspy, I guess.
Well, just tune into one of my live shows. You'll see it.
Shouts to Ron Brown. He just said, come on over to New Jersey.
Correct,
traffic is so bad, cars are not moving on the highways. Yeah, as we call it, the Garden State parking lot, right, Ron?
We have the same thing up here. So Al Diaz asked, what do you charge? Price range for business website promo, 10 to 15 seconds. Curious.
Well, the Philly Drone Life, that'll be $499.99. I'll get what you need over to Curtis, and then we'll work the rest out. And the email. Does that answer your question? I'm sorry, Curtis. I just felt the need to jump right in there. Whenever they ask you how much, it's not enough. Whatever he is, it's not enough.
Well, let's start things to Ron Brown. Ron Brown, that's one of the things I do not miss about moving away from New Jersey. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, this is like that. I was on with those guys, and you can check them out on, let's see, Phantom Flight 101 on Wednesdays and Novice Quads on Sundays for those guys. Yeah, so,
hey, Al, we'll talk later. This show's about Philly.
It's about Philly, Al. But anyway, Al, send your money over to Philly Drone Life. That's $499.99, and I'll get in touch with Curtis for you. We'll get you that 2-second film there that you need.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about now, Philly? Hey, Philly, Michael, Philly.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about, Kyle?
The hour is up. I guess we're out of time.
What did you say, John?
Let's go.
I said the hour's almost up, Bill. We're out of time.
Well, yeah, because no, the phone has to ring first, man.
Well, it's going to. I'm waiting.
Al, that's not true. There is
Oh, yeah,
no
that's
middleman.
tradition.
We'll just talk later.
All right, so we will go. Okay, here's the thing. What we got planned. Again, I said anyone that would be interested in having your raw footage color graded for next week's show, please check out the link in the description and send it to Broader Reach Pro so that we can have it done, and then Ethan will grade it and put it all together in an amalgam for next week's show as he goes through color grading to an advanced class. So we'll have that next week also. What do you use to grade with there, Philly? What's your software of choice?
My footage is in post for a while. See, my footage I put in the post and it kind of sits here forever in post. Guys, I don't edit. I go live. That's what I do. I'm the king of live streams. And then you know what? It's look, you ready? Look, poof, it's done. It's done. You go live, it's done. Done. I could fly some more. But I tell you what, you guys in the community, yous are freaking amazing. Yous are amazing. Some of the videos I'm seeing, Cardoso Media, oh my God, he's a professional movie maker. His videos are unbelievable. Guys like that are making me. They call, what is it? Attraction, not promotion. And it's so true, because when I'm watching videos like that, I'm getting so attracted into start doing my own little editing. So there's that phone call. Look how great, right on time. Oh, there it is. Look at, thank you, Curtis. Look at Philly. That's beautiful. Thank you.
That's beautiful, man.
It is so nice. Yeah, he edited. Curtis did all the editing here.
We added a lot of glow to a lot of these shots to make that stuff really pop.
Yeah, I mean, this is doing it no justice at all. This is all in 4K. It's just, he did such a great job. I mean, he just made this thing look amazing. But that's what I want to do. After watching what he did with some of my videos, I'd love to do a little bit of editing, and maybe you don't get in so much trouble that way either. So that's the other thing. It's a catch-22. Going live, you save in one area, but you really put yourself out there because everything's live. There's no taking anything back, unless I just totally erase the film when I'm done. I don't, let it upload. But so and again, that's another reason why before a flight I make sure that everything is in order, that the flight is going to be as legal as I can make it. Again, these cars they're not moving. They're just parked on South Street, but
he's also flying over the center median too.
Correct. But again, it all toes the line, people complaining about it. You're going to get in trouble for that video.
Are you doing your show on Fridays, Michael?
That's the other thing. I do a show, the big show, and I don't know when to do it. That's why we haven't really promoted it yet. I've been trying Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm not quite sure. Once I figure that out, I'll promote it. But right now it's Fridays and Sundays. And every other day I feel like going live.
Yeah, Lloyd, I made him an intro. The intro with the camera and stuff on his channel, I made that for him.
Awesome. I didn't think you did 3D, Bill.
Well, like I said, the company I was working with, I kind of got a deal working with templates, and so I would take their templates, do the basic stuff, and then I would get it and do a little bit more to it after I got it out.
Oh, there's so much being done with templates. I mean, guys that don't know how to edit look amazing, and that's why I'm telling you, it's making me attraction. It's making me want to do a little bit of editing. I mean, Curtis ain't there for me every time I get great footage and I wanted somebody to edit it. So Bill's
RC Fun Diversions has a nice little question. It says the Mavic Mini does not have optical avoidance. So the question is, how many times is optical avoidance helpful for a senior flyer who's been flying for a while? It's actually a nuisance because it's when you take off, it's beep, 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 beep. So I've always, for when I fly, I just turn it off. But there is a video out right now that Romeo Dersher made where he took the he's not flying, but one of his friends is flying it, and they flew through the I miss Philly and Brenda show. They flew through a building with the prop guards on and had the obstacle avoidance on and didn't hit the walls or anything. And they flew all the way through this building from one end of the building to the other end of the building.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I miss her too. I feel like I abandoned Brenda. You know,
she was on today.
I feel so bad. And it's not Brenda, it's not personal. It's like 30 other people come at you from so many different angles. And then before you know it, a week's passed. And you haven't got, do you know what I'm saying? Well, all you guys know what I'm saying. These are all YouTubers. You just starts loading up with people and when you go here and before you know it, you're being pulled here. And then you totally forgot that you were supposed to get back with somebody a week and a half ago. And so it does look bad, but I apologize. Yeah, her life was getting busy. And then our times weren't connecting, so we canceled the show. That's what happened there. But
that's an excellent point that Mike Roche makes there.
I was just going to say the same thing. Yeah, if obstacle avoidance saves you once, it's worth it. That is true. I've just been doing it for so long; it just becomes I'm very aware of where I'm at.
Please, you could call me a baby, but I don't fly without it. I put it on. I don't care about. I would give up 5 minutes of my flight just to have it on, and it has saved my life. Not my life, my drone's life. And if you think about it, it saves the guy that it could have fell on too. So, so for them purposes, I leave it on. In the city, there's so many things that could happen. So hey, if they give it to you, put it on. And let it do its work. That's the way I look at it.
Is this Dr. Evil that's in the chat, Mike?
There's Dr. Evil. Oh, he's been practicing his finger move. Oh, yeah, he's got it down. I got him shaving the head. Nice. He's practicing. Calls me up. Is this okay, Mike? Taps a picture. How about this one? You like that grin? No, Mike, look meaner. And he does it. We're going over it, Curtis. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
I know. So have you guys seen Michael in his Superman suit?
Yes.
Well, Superman has to have a villain, so there's something in the works with some special effects.
We're thinking about Mike Roach being the evil guy. Yeah, we got a little stuff down. You know how, like in the Bond movies, they got the little white cat. The guy, Spectre pets the cat. Thinking about getting Mike like a little monkey or something, little white monkey.
Okay, well, see, now I'm realizing something. So obviously, there's some possibly green screen stuff going on and some things here. So, but what you don't understand, Curtis, is I kind of run with the HitFilm bunch too, but a lot of them also use like Adobe, and I've even got a really good friend named Frank who has created something called Filmer that allows you to basically input data from different softwares and get in or outputs as to, so you can input into all kinds of different software. I don't know exactly how to explain it. I would have to get Frank here to explain it.
Frank here. We need Frank.
Frank Salinas.
But Frank Salinas, come on down.
But yeah, well, it's obviously because I know Ethan is a software hound like I am also. So we definitely have a big another, because I know Jay would love to come back. He still flies the Phantom 3. Was it standard, or can you remember? I think it was a standard. So he still does that. Plus he does a lot of special effects. He loves 3D stuff. I know Greg Ray and them all get into the 3D stuff too. But so yeah, we'll definitely have to. And Mike, if you're wanting to do the introductory stuff, then maybe we can get Jay Haynes to give you a super deal on HitFilm Express, which is free software anyway. And then you can get into the introductory stuff.
Yes, I'm liking that. I love everybody right now. I'm feeling lovey. Merry Christmas. I know it. I'm feeling love. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from my store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. That's right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
They're all telling you Merry Christmas, though.
I love you, everybody. I love you. I love the Mavic Mini. I love you. I love you, Chris.
Hey, you know what? I don't need this kind of judgment in my life.
What?
Hello?
Oh, about Christmas?
Oh, Princess, I love you, Princess.
Stop! Now you just got demonetized.
Why? Why would you get because she kissed you?
Because she said the F word.
Oh, I didn't even hear it, man.
I didn't either.
I didn't hear it, man.
Oh, good. Maybe YouTube didn't either.
Maybe because I was quick on the mic.
I'm feeling all this. Oh, give another kiss. Look how cute.
Wait. She doesn't do embarrassing.
No, you're
Yeah, here we go.
They're saying you do this to embarrass me.
Yeah.
Yes, she loves doing it. She loves doing
Come on,
it.
John. You
That's why you were highlighted.
Yeah, he killed you. He's wonderful. Oh,
Do they know what I do for exercise?
No.
It's always
Oh,
entertaining.
maybe you know.
No thanks.
You don't want to tell your friends what I do for exercise?
No.
Really?
Wait a minute. We can hear her.
This is about to get
You do
super
realize we can
cringy
hear
really
her
quickly.
good. We can hear her anyway. Go
Jerry
ahead,
Freeman.
Oh, she realizes they can hear.
Jerry
Okay.
Freeman says DaVinci Resolve is great. Jerry, it is an awesome color
Look
grading.
at the mug I got for
All
Hot Cocoa.
right. Shh. You're on stream.
oh, look how cute. Look at the
Okay,
Oh, there's
that's great.
two.
Yes, very nice.
There you go. Now
Yes.
now
I
you
don't-
can demonetize.
I love you, Ron
Oh,
Brown.
she did it again? Oh, I missed it. Again. Did y'all hear it that time?
I love
Yeah, I
you,
heard it.
Marco.
Oh, okay. So I guess
They
we'll
heard it
chose-
that time.
We'll have to change it to adult after the stream. It's not like wait a minute. Are we ever monetized? I don't have enough to. I'm like Mike. I don't have enough to stream from my drone or get monetized or anything. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Just let it go.
Yeah,
Oh, he muted himself. Oh man.
I love you, Cardosa. I love you, Jerry Freeman.
I need to learn.
Roach Media.
I need to learn node based because then I can get into DaVinci
nodes are
Resolve.
cool. Nodes are cool. I started getting into that a little bit there on the the nodes. No, I did the nodes. It's so freaking confusing. And then you get a node here, and you can add the node to another node, and then it incorporates two nodes, and and you start.
It's actually true. He doesn't realize it.
No, I actually do realize it. I started. Dennis Lovelace gave me the download, and I tried to start
After the stream.
and soon as it started teaching about the nodes, I deleted it. I'm like, okay, they're in the nodes now. That's it, out the door. But I listened for about a day, and then I was like, no more nodes. The nodes, they threw me away. But anyway, yeah, you can add the nodes together, and it's just drag and drop nodes. Hey, get this node, put it over that node. Woo, we got two nodes in the one node. Hey, throw the node on the video. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Try it.
Michael is in rare form this evening, and we're glad to have everybody in the house. Please feel free to
Smash the like button.
say hi to Philly.
Yeah, and smash my button too. If you can smash it, hit it, crack it, just give me the thumbs down. I don't care. Hit each one. I just do something to it.
Well, okay, yeah, you can do that on Mikey's channel, but if you like the stream, I prefer you to hit thumbs up. But if you feel the urge, it's up to you. It's up to you. But
I got so
that's
tired.
okay.
It's like he's breaking laws. Thumbs down. Every time I'd fly in to see, I get like 10 thumbs down.
Phenomena is here.
No, he's been here for a while.
Oh, I just now noticed him.
Yeah, I put him up when he first came in about 30 minutes ago.
I love you, Charlie RC. I love you.
By the way, Michael, we've actually maintained 25 plus people for the entire evening.
Wow, there's
All due to you. No, only other time we've done this was when Roger was on.
No, oh, Roger, I'm coming for you, Roger. It's me and you now. I'm coming for you. I thought climbing up that ladder, Roger. I could see you, man. I could see. I'm coming for you. I love you. I love you, Roger. Thank you.
All right, Art Code Drone. Oh, excuse me. Wait, it's the incantation is Art's Fishing. Art's Place Fishing Channel is going to bed. Glad to see you tonight, Art's Fishing Channel. Please, everyone, go check out Art's Fishing Channel.
That's
so
right.
that he can get more views.
Smash it from both channels, Art. Please, that's two of them, Art.
And anybody that hasn't already watched this stream and you have friends that might be interested in this stream, please share the stream. Please share the stream with all your friends and please be sure to tell us how much you love Michael so that we can have him back on a future show to catch up on his wild and crazy antics.
Maybe I'll be a little calmer next time. Guys, I had to bring the blood pressure machine out.
Maybe we'll actually be. Oh, wait.
What?
You mean
My
you
help,
mean you mean
health
mine's
machine.
back though.
Here we
Mine's
go. That's it. Come on. My health machine against your health machine. Man,
It's the dueling pressure cups.
John, my blood pressure against your plus. You're ready.
Oh, wait. I've been drinking Monster, so mine's going to get going crazy.
Get some coffee. Oh, it started. You hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. Wait, I'm trying to catch up.
Okay, wait. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, here we go.
And
Okay.
go.
Yeah. No, the battery's dead. Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Oh, it's blowing up my freaking wrist.
John, I don't know about you, but I feel left out here.
Yes, Rick.
Same.
It's okay. Go ahead and drop that link. For anybody that doesn't know, Drone Worship's in the hospital. Rick has set up a GoFundMe link. So if you want to, please donate and help out them. Up to you guys. Yes, Rick, you can drop the link. Yes, there you go.
Okay, here it is. 125 over 56. According to that, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's good. That's good. All that craziness. What do you got? I didn't hear her, Bill. Mines don't talk. 110 over 80?
My blood pressure indicates mild hypertension.
Yes! That's good. I'm on the show.
But no, it's because I've already had 2 of these, man.
Oh, well, mine's is great. I'm the one that's giving you the hypertension.
No, it's because Wednesday's the only day that I drink them. And usually the thing about it is that people will start to notice if I really get wild on them is because usually it's like, where's he at? Birdman's in here and he'll be like, Bill, how many of those have you had tonight? And it'll dawn on me and be like, okay, I need to slow down. Because sometimes I'll drink 3 and 4 of them and he'll be like, Bill, you've already had too many of those.
I had my feet crossed, Grumps. Yeah, you're right. I did have my feet crossed. I uncrossed them. Here we go now. I'm trying it again.
Well, wait a minute. I must have missed that part.
I had my feet crossed.
That was funny.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm good. 125 over 78. I'm a lean, mean, a flying machine. Whee! Okay.
Let me put it this way. If mine tells me that I'm about to die.
Okay, I had about enough of him. All right, that's about an hour. Let's bring it down and get the hell out of here.
No, I'm okay.
John just wants to go to the girlfriend. I'm sorry, John.
No, it's not that. She's just like, John, are you done yet or what?
She's wanting me to look at the Christmas. And as much as I like it, I'm trying to do live stream here.
Wait a minute, what Christmas? She bought Christmas gifts already? What did she buy me?
Christmas decorations.
Oh, no.
We're already decorating for Christmas.
Let's show them.
Oh, watch the laptop.
Echo,
Bring them
show
on.
them.
Let's show
Yeah, this
them.
is fun,
Oh,
man.
I love it. I love them. Let's go, guys.
Oh, we can't. I don't.
Our guest is clapping for the Christmas decorations. Here we go. Let's light it up.
Here we go.
It doesn't. Oh, the fire pit. I was like, the fucking
Right.
decoration.
Well, there's number 3.
So that means that Mike can cuss now. That means Mike can cuss now.
Look at it. Do it
So you
again.
had his back. Now I done with you.
Mike can cuss now.
Sweetie, hit that.
Am I gonna have to retreat to the garage?
That all you
No, I'm gonna make myself some food and go lay in bed and watch Netflix.
All right. I need more. More. John, you
More Christmas?
yes, that's wonderful. She's doing Christmas already. That's great. I love Christmas.
Yeah, day after Halloween, we went to Lowe's and just bought a whole bunch of Christmas stuff and put up a Christmas tree.
Wait.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing something. You know, I used to drink them. What are them little shots that you drink? Them little ones. What the hell are they called? Oh man, come on, help me out, guys. They're like
shots.
Yeah, they're like speed. It's in the bottle. What the hell they call them? The little
No.
I have no idea.
now.
Speed shot.
Yeah, 5 hour energy. There it is. 5 hour energy. Well, if you drink 3 of them, do you get 15 hours? No. The answer. You get 5 hours of craziness. Anyway, I'm trying. Because I'm an addict.
Why you, no, I wouldn't say that.
I figured, one is good, 5 is better. No.
Well, yeah, that's true.
5 just makes your heart go. John, I'd be doing Christmas. The hell with this stuff. I'd be out there doing Christmas, bro. Just point it into the fireplace and do Christmas.
We have been.
She said, "Huge."
So she really likes Christmas, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
It happens sometimes.
Garage, you're going to be messing around in the kitchen only because of the.
Oh, the tree's already up too.
It's not going to work. That's what I'm saying. That's all.
You didn't show us the tree.
I'm liking it. The tree is up. She's already got the trains running around the tree. The elves are here. Wowzers. Yes, throw it up. I don't have OBS. Oh, poor John. But I liked it. Oh, look at the stockings are hung by the chimney all's fair. Something like that. In hopes that St. Nick will soon be there. And there'll be a hot woman dressed in some hot clothes. Please,
your
John,
fiance will never let you live in the house again. She'll be like, "Where's the door? I can't find it quick enough."
I have something. The show just went south or east. One of them. No, this is great, guys. Smash the like button if you can, please.
What? How? So John is. Wait a minute. Is he there or not there? Let's see.
No, I think
he won't. I can't unmute him. I'm trying to unmute him. Remember, you used to do that in Hangouts. You could actually go in and unmute their mic.
You can't do that. You can't.
No, you can't do it here because it says you can't unmute your guests because they chose to mute themselves.
Well, that's
fun. Yeah, really. That's kind of. Oh, I guess I need to get. Let me do this. 2 bits. Bring it back. There we go. Smash it. Where is John Cuppi? We were trying to eavesdrop on your conversation, but we couldn't hear a word, so it's safe. I'm trying to find. I have a little. Where's my little thingy? I need it here.
Oh, she's got all kinds of good stuff out there. God bless her. That looks like so much fun.
Well, my grandson, my oldest grandson, he came home and wanted his parents to put everything up like the week before Halloween.
Yeah.
So their Christmas tree's already up and been up. Last time we visited, it was already up. So I was like, wow. And we're going down Friday, so it'll be fun again.
Well, it's funny. It's funny you mention that because my family loves Disney World. My sisters, my mother, they've all been to Disney World like 84 times. No exaggeration, probably 30 something times. And I've never been there. Never really wanted to go anyway. And so for my mother retired the beginning of the year. And so she took her 401k and got about $20,000 of it and bought everyone in the family she bought a ticket to Disney World. And so we have to bring spending money, but she bought the ticket in the hotel room and the ticket into the park. And so we're all going to go to Disney World for Thanksgiving dinner. And so it should be fun. And your boy Philly's going to be flying somewhere in Florida and Thanksgiving. So from what I understand, I can't fly down Main Street. That's not allowed. But but somewhere in Florida, I'm sure you're allowed to fly. So I'll stream from Florida. But oh man. Anyway, that's fun.
Here you go, Bill. Here's my render of the Mavic 2 Pro. You showed yours earlier.
Well, that's not mine. The one it was made for me by somebody else.
Oh, this is one I made.
Oh, that's freaking cool. Wowzers, man. That's identical, dude. That's sick.
Well, what the hell? There we go. That's what I wanted.
Excuse me, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was when I first finished the model and then started playing around with it.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so John's in the garage now. Michael is an empty chair.
I'm just gonna bring them right here. But your garbage is in
Where is my? That's the one I wanted. Hopefully it will upload.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Now I'm in the drone cave.
The drone cave. Oh, Curtis is showing his.
The kitchen and all that with the pots and pans. I was just going to get in the microphone.
Oh no! Yeah, I understand.
So Ron, I
Now
got to
let's talk
sneak
about-
on the. I got to sneak on your show when Philly's on. By the way.
Yeah, you heard that, right, Ron? Ron. Oh, Ron. This was. I want to see what this one's like. Let's see. Since we're just kind of in cruise mode. Generic, but cool. It'll work. You're always invited, Curtis Dart. What is this? Something? Oh, Mavic 2 Pro will be on sale for Christmas. Yeah, just the ones that are already in the States. They didn't have to pay tariffs on.
You guys are going to make me go buy a Mavic 2 Pro. I can feel it coming. I'm sorry, a Mavic Mini.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought you already owned.
Yeah,
it.
I have the Mavic 2 Pro, but I can feel I'm going to have to get it.
Oh, how about this one?
I don't.
Sorry, I know you were in mid-sentence. I didn't mean to do that. But I didn't know you were going to start talking. Go ahead. You're going to do what? Buy Mavic Mini.
Well, Ron, I don't want to be the guy that doesn't have one. I'm sitting here thinking about it. Everybody's got one coming. I know Best Buy is going to have them on the 11th, so I may have to just suck it up and buy one.
Okay, well, I will tell you something ahead of time. You will not be able to get one in the store on the 11th because they are already sold out. The only way you will get one is if you order it and have it delivered on the 11th from Best Buy.
Correct. Yeah, I ordered mine about a week ago, and they said it would be shipped out from Best Buy. So
okay, but what I'm talking about is the in-store allotments are all sold out.
Wow.
Yeah, because they were. I checked up until about 2 days ago, and as of yesterday, they were all gone.
Wow.
Yeah, pick up. You can buy from Best Buy, and it will be shipped to you. But to buy and pick up at your local Best Buy, at least for anywhere from here to all the way to Oregon, is sold out up here in Washington.
But that's what I had it do. I had it. In other words, instead of them delivering it to my house, I just said I wanted to pick it up at Best Buy.
There you go. Ron's got a point too. You can buy it same day shipping on Amazon.
Wow. You could do that, right, Bill? I mean, I had mine get shipped to the store. That's good, right?
Yeah. Well, yours, to be honest with you, yours is probably going to already be sitting in the store before the 11th.
That's why I ordered it there. I knew it would be there, and then I figured, let me get it now because they're going to sell them out. And
but I mean, you could still order one from Best Buy and have it in your home on the 11th. But you can't order one and go pick it up from your Best Buy because, like, each store has, I think, like 5 drones and 5 Fly More Pack kits.
Right.
And basically, everybody's bought them because that's not that many.
Yeah. Why didn't especially a drone like that, you would think that they would have put more of them in there, but whatever. A cheaper drone. But was my opinion that it's going to be under a lot of trees this year because a lot of people that wanted to get into the hobby, that look at these other drones, it's so affordable for them, and that's without the Fly More package. Maybe they just get the drone, 1 battery just to see what it's like, and then they fall in love with it and buy some batteries, But
well, the best deal though is going to be the Fly More kit.
Oh.
If you're gonna buy it, then buy.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know for sure. Drone Life RC. I just know in Washington State that the only way you can order from Best Buy is to have it delivered to your home. So this is the time of night that I normally, because we've already been on for right at an hour and a half, I check with people if they need to take off and call it a night because sometimes we got other things that are needed to be done. Anybody need to take off? You got to take off, John?
I'm good for now.
All right, cool. Just wanted to check on that. Are you good, Mikey? Do you want to stick around for a while?
Yeah, I could stick around for a little while. My wife came in, but she's got bad. As long as you don't mind her.
Oh, no, we're all good. I was just kind of curious what Curtis was showing there for. I see me, but I'm talking about about before that. It looked like you were showing maybe the backside of the city.
So
I was doing some of the fish footage that I'd done.
Al says, is the range better than the Mavic Air? I don't think it would be, Al, to be honest with you. If you had problems with the Air, you're going to have problems with this as well. It's not for that. It's not about range.
Well, it's got the new enhanced Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure. Because what Drone DJ says he went 2.3 miles?
Yeah. But did you see where he was? He was on the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, So
it really depends on where you're going to fly.
Yeah.
I don't think the range.
Philly, you were saying you're thinking that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
No. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
I was just gonna where he's talking about is the range better. I would think it would be a little better because it's new software or newer software. So yeah, the Mavic Air is already 2 years old. Or what year? Yeah, 2 years old. 2 years old. Close to it.
Yeah. Hey, good. I hope you're right. I mean, because I have a Mavic Air sitting right here that I cannot fly. And for me, it'll fly as long as I don't go live from it. I can send it up in the air and I'll get some footage. And I love the footage. I love the camera on it. But my niche is to go live from the drone. And when I do all that with that drone, I can't do anything. It stutters. It shimmers.
Well, it's because you're splitting all that bandwidth up.
Yeah, it just goes crazy.
So there's just not enough there to push it.
Yeah. So
if I can give a shout out real quick, by the way,
go for it.
Since we're all in here talking, one of my favorite shows other than Coast to Coast Drones is Those Guys.
It's those
so
guys.
You guys got to check them out when you get a chance. Now I know they were doing a Wednesday show on Phantom Flight 101, but Novice Quads is on Sundays, and that's usually the show that I jump on every once in a while because I'm free on Sundays. So Those Guys.
I caught the last 2 seconds of it. And,
we had fun though last week. Last week was kind of wild.
Yeah, Novice Quads does a great show out there.
I got my blue wrench, man. I even sprained my back and then started, getting all hyped up for the football game. And then it was so funny because Paul was right. I woke up the next day and I was talking to him on Canadian Drone Hub, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm sitting on the heating pad again." He said, "That's where you jumped up and down during that football game yesterday." I was like, "Yes, sir. You're probably right." But man, that game was unreal.
Yeah, Mike Roche, no live from the Mavic Mini. From what I understand, you can't go live from that drone. And not yet anyway. But I'm hearing some things. I forget who it was, but somebody did a video on the Mini. And from what I understand, they're going to be rolling out more resolutions to shoot in. I know right now they're keeping it real simple, but you know the way DJI is. They're always doing updates. They get feedback from us. We're their beta testers. And then before you know it, you got a whole nother drone,
Okay.
Some people don't like it. I kind of do.
I'm sorry, but I don't buy that because they made a completely separate app for it. I don't see them ever opening it up. It's their toy, man. It's their toy. Forgive me for saying it, but it's DJI's toy. It's kind of like the Robo thing. It's their toy, and they made a separate app just for this drone. I don't think they'll ever open it up.
What do you mean open it up?
You're not gonna get manual control. You're not gonna get exposure control. You're not gonna get aperture control. You're not gonna get control of anything. It's gonna stay just the way it is.
They want to keep it simple for the entry-level guys.
Okay. All right.
And then when you want to step up, you need to buy a different drone.
Exactly. So
when it does that,
it's kind of like they're going to tease you. You.
Yeah, that's a good business thing. Yeah, because if you like it so much, buy our Mavic Air.
But the scary thing is there's too many people out there that are uneducated and don't realize that 249 grams does not mean you can fly anywhere or anytime or anyhow. It simply means you don't have to put numbers on the outside of the drone.
Yeah, I know people are getting that confused. I wouldn't be, but Bill, if you live in Canada and places like that, it does kind of change things for them people, right? Because I mean, they got to do tests and all kinds of craziness just to fly a drone.
But all it takes is the swipe of a pen, and that's gone too.
That's true, but at the moment, Philly's right though. It's more than kinda. It makes a huge difference in terms of the law. But I am in agreement with Bill that actually this is going to be interesting now because DJI has done this. They've basically pointed square at the nuts of all the regulators of the world and said, "Ha ha, come get me." What do you think is going to happen now? I think we're going to see the 250 gram thing completely abolished. And it kind of sucks because we were looking for a future where maybe these would have some kind of exception. And I think that with the Mavic Mini, that may not happen anymore. If there was any shot of that, I think it's gone now.
The only thing we're talking about here is registering your drones, though. That's the only difference. What is so bad about, I'm sorry, registering yourself? What is so bad about registering yourself?
I don't know, but people seem to confuse the fact that just because you don't have to register it and put your license number on it, that you can fly beyond the rules, which means after dark and controlled airspace, all that.
Well, as a so as a hobbyist right now, you can fly after dark if you put a light on one of those firehouse lights on there. You can fly, and as a 107 pilot, you can fly if you get a daytime waiver. Boy, that's a confusing statement, though.
Yeah.
Why don't they say nighttime waiver? Doesn't make any sense. But that's the government for you. I don't see the resistance personally. I guess I just don't understand. I know a lot of people are going, "Hey, this is great. We don't have to register." And I understand the fear of DJI, locking you out of certain areas and stuff like that.
Where's he at? He needs to see this. Dan, good to see you. I didn't realize you were here, man. We've just been jabbering and talking, and I'm sorry for folks that if I hadn't paid attention to the chat, I want to say, hey, Al Diaz, glad to have you here. I know I probably mentioned your name once or twice. Curtis Dart's in the house. Wait a minute. I know that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Drone Pool, like I said, Dan, glad to see you. Blake Sandin, glad to have you in the house. Ron Brown, Rick Halber posted the link to help out Dan Sampson, who is in the hospital right now. If you're able to help out Dan, please help out. Drone Life RC. There's a lot of people talking, and I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Okay, did Mikey leave?
No, he's probably putting on a Superman cape. I can tell you guys real quick, I did talk to Jeff Overall at Polar Pro, and there is no plans right now for an ND filter for the Mavic Mini. There is no plans right now for one from Polar Pro.
That makes sense. They want to see how well it sells, how well it performs.
Right.
If it was going to be like the Mavic and Mavic 3, then they'd already be on it.
Well, to coin a phrase from Philly, they want to see what kind of dynamic range they can get out of it, and is it worth putting a filter on it?
Oh, and on another subject, since you brought that up, and it kind of reminded me of something, would you like to discuss the moment filters and the potential errors that they might be involved with people that want to jump on that for a Mavic 2 Pro?
I would love the opportunity to talk about that. For those of you that are unaware, there's a company in Seattle called Moment that is releasing an anamorphic lens.
Oh, yes.
This lens is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous. It creates some very, very beautiful footage. But here's the issue that I have with it. You can't start up your drone and then you can't have it on first and start your drone up. You have to wait until after the gimbal calibration and then put it on. And it has a little balance point on the back, et cetera, et cetera. But this is where I have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Every drone that DJI has ever released has the drone go through a gimbal calibration before you fly. It's that important. Every time you start that drone, it goes through a gimbal calibration. It's because it's that important for the drone to be able to do what it does. Now, once you put something else on there after the gimbal calibration, your gimbal is not calibrated.
I have a problem with that as well. I also have a problem with if you have to do that afterwards, what's up with the weight? I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. That weight is going to mess up your drone. Now, if you're a big studio producer and you need a very tight shot that only a small drone's going to get, go ahead, go for it. You're going to destroy the drone. That's cool, but you're going to make a movie that makes $1 million. For the average guy that wants that really cool anamorphic lens shot, you're going to tear up your drone, and nobody's talking about that. Nobody at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you, Curtis. Good point. Good point. I mean, if you want to do that, and not to mention, once your drone is calibrated, once it's turned on, you shouldn't be touching the camera. I mean, that's a no-no. Why would you touch a motorized gimbal on anything? Once it's initialized, send it in the air. That's what you're supposed to do next.
If anybody sees that footage, I'm not going to argue that footage is amazing the way it looks. I mean, and the lens flares that come off that stuff, it is just absolutely gorgeous. But if you think about it from the hobbyist or, the guy doing real estate videos, are you willing to sacrifice your drone for that footage? I mean, what's the
problem with it? Why won't it?
It's too heavy. It's going to burn up the gimbal servos and the motors in there.
It's too big, and it won't allow the
spin.
It's on the second revolution when it turns in towards the gimbal that it bumps it, and it won't allow it to calibrate.
Gotcha.
So you stick it on afterwards, which is going to throw the calibration off anyway.
Wow. And they're okay with releasing that product? They're going to tell you to do that?
Yeah.
Well, if you put it in your hand and it weighs like, as much as the gimbal would weigh in your hand, common sense would tell you, maybe I shouldn't put this on there. But if you go ahead and do it.
Not everybody has that rare superhero power known as common sense.
Well, now, here on Drone Therapy, we don't ever say that no one has common sense. We go, everyone is drone challenged.
Now, I wouldn't mind. Now, what's the price of it, Curtis? Is it expensive?
I don't know the price off the top of my head.
Neither do I. Let me look. Y'all keep talking. I'll look.
Because I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm an idiot, but that's just me. But I wouldn't mind doing it once or twice, just to get some footage and then taking it off. But if I'm risking it,
I'm risking the life of the gimbal. Oh God, $300.
Oh, really?
I'll do it.
No, for once,
you can get it for $150 from B&H Photo.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I thought it was like $30 or $40. I was going to say at that point, maybe I'll try it once.
So do you want to spend the extra money that would cost to repair your drone to put it on your drone?
I mean, I actually thought about doing a tutorial on how to make your footage look anamorphic with lens flares, aftermarket lens flares, where you create your own lens flare. And for me personally, I don't like their lens flare. I'm not a real fan of that particular one that they're getting.
All you got to do is get up there with your Mavic zoom at right around sunrise. And I'll give you all the flares you can get. Stare right into the sun, put an ND4 on, and you'll get tons of flares. I got them. I don't know if they're going to look as good as that lens, but I mean, pretty much it's pretty cool flares. But
I thank you, Bill, for the opportunity to bring that up.
Well, another thing too, since Curtis and I had talked about this a while back, what about using audio for your YouTube videos and the potential of monetizing and getting demonetized?
We talked about that.
I was something that there was a subject you were going to bring up that remember because you
Fiverr.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're talking about 3D graphics, and Bill and I were talking about stuff, and one of the biggest pains in my butt is Fiverr. So I'm gonna reveal this here now for you. I charge $300 to do a logo sting, and people come back to me and they go, "Hey, I can get it on Fiverr for $5." Well, actually, you go on Fiverr. And Bill, you might want to look this up.
You ain't getting your stuff for $5, but okay.
Go on videohive.net, and there are templates on there, and there are drone templates on there that you can purchase. The license says you're allowed to use them once.
Oh.
So in one video. So what is happening is folks on Fiverr are buying these templates, and they're selling them over and over and over again So Al, you go buy one. Ron, you go buy one. Blake, you buy one. John, you buy one. Bill, you buy one. All the same thing. They just change out the text to mean your name. All this guy has to do who made this template is hit you for a copyright strike. Because one, you don't have the license. The guy only bought it once. He's only allowed to use it once. So, yeah, it's kind of an issue that's kind of going around that nobody's really addressing.
And YouTube is changing all them rules very soon, right? They're allowing other people, like more people. I forget how it goes, but they're allowing this copy of people to hit other people with copyright, something like that.
Well, this is kind of separate from YouTube. I mean, it would be a lawyer that contacts you and says, "Oh, you are infringing upon a copyright. We want to." And when you purchase something from VideoHive, you get a PDF file with a number. It's a number letter combination, and you can say, "Hey, I did purchase a right to use this. You do not own it. You purchased a right to use it one time," and you can send them that information. But, you know, these guys on Fiverr who buy this template and they're selling it 10, 20, 30 times, they're not going to be able to give that to you. So now you're risking, and you bought a logo sting and you want to use it in all your videos, in the front of your videos or the tail end of your videos. You're risking quite a lot right there. Now, I sound like I'm coming down on Fiverr because they're my competition. I am. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it's just something you need to be aware of. If you go on Fiverr and you see something you like, for instance, you know, like the Phantom 4 flying at the screen, you know, and your name being there, go on videohive.net and see if it's over there. I bet you'll find it. Just go over there, type it in the search, and type drone logo, and you'll find the exact same thing. So that was my big beef.
We were going to make a whole show out of it, but he condensed it into like 3 minutes.
So, Al paid
really
$350. Well, I'm not charging enough, Al. No, I only charge $300. And the thing that I do when I do mine, because there's a distance between us, it's hard for us to convey ideas over the internet. Sometimes I don't charge any money up front at all. So if you contact me and you say, "Hey, Kurt, I'd like you to make a logo sting for me. Here's what I have in mind," and I go, "Okay, let me make it for you. I'll send it to you. I have a watermark on it so that you can't use a big red X, and it says property of Wingman Digital Media, but you can see the logo sting. You can hear the audio. If you like it, you buy it. If you don't, you say, "Hey, Kurt," you say, "Kurt, this is not for me. I don't want it." And I go, "Hey, no problem." Walk away clean.
When I did work with Curtis as well, I think what you're getting from him is the one-on-one interaction, because when we did work together, I mean, it was a matter of, hey, he'll Zoom you. Hey, well, what is it that you don't like? What would you like me to change? So whenever you get customer service like that, that's above and beyond. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. He sent me something on the beginning of my show. He did the editing and then he did some things. And there were some things I didn't want in there. Not that I didn't like it. It was freaking amazing. But it was like, "Oh, can we do this?" "Oh, sure, no problem." Okay. And he's taking notes. "Okay, we'll move that to there." And so, I mean, it's like, wow. So you're literally talking to an editor that's going to maneuver the thing. And we're doing it live right on the video. So I thought that was an awesome selling point. I mean, I don't know.
This is going to sound strange to you guys, but for Michael, it was actually, he wanted me to tone back some of the stuff.
Take some of it away. Yeah.
Which was fine.
Yeah.
You know, Mike is the client. So as far as I was concerned, yeah, whatever he wanted some tasteful little 3D stuff in there. The little drone flying through there was pretty cool. He wanted the little miniature city effect like that. He wanted that in there. And then he wanted the big show thing at the end, whereas we were kind of doing a whole bunch of stuff all the way through. So we dialed it back for him.
But I just thought it was so cool that I was able to, and I'm not good with the whole tech thing. So, I mean, I'm new to all this stuff, guys. So, you being able to talk me through it, Curtis, was really helpful. And it was really, I mean, guys, I'm 101. I mean, trust me.
So you paid 3 bills? Did I miss that part?
No, it was great. He did me a favor. Now
I'm just messing with you, man.
I
had to do that, man. He was like, we're doing business, so I was like,
Bill, what I had done would have cost a lot more than 3 bills. Let me tell you. Trust me when I tell you. I mean, just the time we spent on the crap. But
Oh, yeah, we spent about 2 weeks dialing that thing in for you.
you know, he would have been like, all right,
Wow.
man, hold on. Yeah,
Well, the biggest thing that people don't realize is, just like Curtis said, is each of those companies has like a bunch of templates on a computer. You pay so much to access those, and depending upon what kind of contract they've got set up, you may, like Curtis says, only have a one-time banger, you know. Or some companies, there's another company out there called
for somebody.
Well,
Maybe
there's another company out there called Videos, and you can actually pay them like $40 a month, and they actually have original templates that you can. Some of them you've seen on the show here. I basically spent $40 one month to try it out and made a boatload of stuff for us and then dove. Yeah. So,
but it is cool, ain't it, Bill? When you get something quality done. I know when he made my intro to my show, I got to tell you, I sat back here. I still play it. And there's no show coming on. There's nothing here. And I watch it, and it's like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. And it's like, wait, Sharon's doing a show. It's like, no, I'm not doing nothing.
The stuff I do too is not only original, but it's also original with the client's input.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. And that's
that's my problem. I can't get the client inspiration. You know, and when I start making stuff, I'll get onto it. Like when you were asking me, you're like, dude, when did you do the new logo? You know, and I was like, me and John were working on it, and it just kept rolling. I've got like 13 different ones, you know. So, and and it was really cool, all of them that came out. So. Yeah.
No, it was awesome. I mean, no, well, Curtis is I think he played a little bit too much with Barbies when he was growing up, because he has an imagination that's just amazing. He was all you got to do is, this is what I'm looking. Oh yeah, oh, I got you. And then a day later, he's got these freaking 3D things flying. Hey, do you like this? It's like, where did you get that at? I mean, I thought maybe you mentioned this. I thought maybe you'd like it. And okay, I do. I didn't know I liked it, but I like it. You know, and it's just goes on from there. But my point is, but what I was going to say is, once you get it done, it's one of them things where it just brings a whole nother level to how you feel about your channel and your stuff. I mean, I kind of just felt like a zero, not a zero, but just a regular day. But when I something about that intro, when I play that intro, I feel different. I feel more important. I feel special, you know, that I got something that really exemplifies who Philly is, who I am, where I fly from, and what my show's about. And you can't put a price tag on that, guys. I mean, I would have. Well, I guess you can put a price tag on it, but it's a lot of work. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you, Curtis, that I didn't have to pay for it, because I'd still be paying. But thank you anyway. And that's all.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
I know. It said this show's about me. Is it still about me, Bill?
Yeah, it's you definitely. We've to be honest with you, we've gone almost 2 hours, and there's been a lot about you.
Okay.
This is So
keep the topic about me, if we can, guys. I just want to try to keep redirecting it about me. It's about Philly. We can just, guys, that's a joke.
I just happen to be the producer of the Philly Drone Life, the big show.
Yes, there you go. And do we have any inkling or idea of when the next episode might be?
Well, that's just the thing, Bill, about Philly. You never know. You just never know.
Come on, Philly. Come on. You got to nail it down, man.
Yeah, it's really hard for us to promote if we're like,
I know.
You can be like, because sometimes, dude, there's just, I need a little private time. And if I get a text from you going, okay, man, I'm ready to go live right now, I'll be like, dude, I'm in the middle of paperwork. You're going to have to wait.
I know, Bill. And trust me, I totally get it. I'll tell you what, I've been saying hello.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Oh, the wife wants to say something, but you're live on national. There's billions.
Hi, Sharon. How you doing?
Stop. There's millions of people watching. You really want to say something? Okay, she wants to say something. Everybody,
we have 19 people watching right now.
Okay, 19 people. But there's the world. For the rest of your life, they're going to hear this.
Wait. We'll even make it better. Here we go. And
Hi, Sharon. How you doing?
talk to the hand.
Jump in and say what you were going to say.
Yeah, we're
She just
The
worked
big
20
show.
freaking hours. I'm
The
gonna put
big
your face on
No, I
camera.
don't want to.
She don't want her face on
You can have
camera.
my hand. The
She can
big
have-
show is like Life magazine.
Time
Comes
Life
out-
magazine.
No, Life magazine.
Life magazine.
Comes out special edition,
Oh,
and people look for it. They want it.
Oh yeah, I like this girl. I like that's why I'm with her. Special edition. Okay, we're going with that.
Sharon's a sweetheart.
Anyway, no, but you're
oh,
right.
dude, trust me. My wife puts up with me, and that's remarkable enough.
Oh, dude.
But then she takes care of other people and manages the house, and I can tell that she's like, he's been on the computer for 2.5 hours, and he's still on the computer, and I can hear banging in the
Bill, and
background.
that's exactly the issue.
So-
Why I can't give you. That's why I can't give you today, because if I would get rid of some of the other stuff I do, then I would be like, hey, no problem. Sundays is the big show, but I do so much other stuff, and it's like if I could just. So that's what I've been saying. Like I'm really thinking about just stopping everything just for a while to get my head, just focused in again. Because sometimes YouTube can take so much out of your life. I mean, it's YouTube, dude. I gotta go live. It's this, or I'm on this show, I'm on that show. And you forget you got a wife, you got kids. Hey, there's a car out there front. Hey, you got food shop. Remember food? You used to eat it. It's like, what the hell, man? That's how YouTube becomes after a while. And I never thought it would be like that. And then if God forbid you see your numbers grow a little bit, as much as we say, oh, we're not in the numbers. Well, when you see a number change from 900 to 1,000, you get into the numbers. Oh my God, it says K. It says K next to my name. What's the K? I'm a K. It just means 1,000, but that's the way I get. It's so exciting. So it's hard to not get wrapped up into it. But
Trust me. I've been slowly trudging along, but the purpose of this show, and I've always said it, is that drones are therapeutic. We all, if we're having a bad day, something's going on wrong, we can put a drone in the air and everybody be, copacetic with everything. You kind of let it go. So that's what we kind of practice here. That's what we preach here. We try not to talk down about anybody or anything like that. There's a lot of people who have different opinions in the hobby. We just want to keep the air clean for everybody so that we can all fly. And yeah, Mike, I totally understand what you're saying about the man cave. It's just my wife lets me do this. That's I need to help her out when I can. So
is your wife a nurse by any chance?
Yes,
caretaker?
She's a caregiver.
Gotcha. That same here, and that's what I want. Sharon's an RN, and thank God for that, because I think it takes a special person that takes care of other people that can deal with people like us, or at least like me. Let me speak for myself, like me.
We take care of a few people. We run a home. In her home.
In a home. Okay.
So she takes care of them, and then takes care of me, and then I take care of our daughter Erica, and we all kind of. But that's what I'm trying to say is, yeah, she lets me do this, and she puts up with me buying. So I know exactly where your wife is coming from when you go, oh, honey, there's this new drone, and she's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, honey,
Exactly.
yes, honey,
Yeah.
and then you go through the convincing and stuff, but yeah,
Bill from now I'm forgetting. I'm panicking.
I mean, Curtis and I are both in Washington State.
These are Washington.
Sharon knows me.
You know
Curtis.
Curtis.
I know Curtis.
This is
Hi,
John
Curtis.
Cuppi. He's an FP. Well, you know me
Hi,
down the
John.
bottom, but this is John. He's an awesome FP
He's a
bear.
good-looking guy.
Down there, you don't want it. Oh, this is me. This is me. I'm good looking. No, but
Say, Curtis, special thank you for all the time you spent. with
shut
him.
up. Stop getting. You're blowing up his head. Okay, that's enough. Go put the food away.
Okay, I just want to say thank you. And for keeping him busy, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, keeping me busy.
Sharon, you're a love. You really are.
But yeah, no, I completely understand. My wife, I would probably be really bad off back in Virginia somewhere if it wasn't for my wife. And that's I wasn't trying to, it would be cool if I had a man cave, but trust me, there'd be a buzzer somewhere that would be installed sometime when I was out, and I would hear, when are you coming in?
Yeah. And you know what? We're working on that, but because of my past, I gotta worry about things like that. Growing up, as a recovering addiction person, addict. I hate using the word addict, but it is what it is. But I am in recovery. Coming up on 21 years will be February 24th will be, I think it's 21 years.
Congratulations.
I have an app that tells me the exact hours and days. But I don't look at it. But anyway, the food, between that and the food, it's been a lot. But the reason I'm bringing it up is that's why I'm not in my own room here, because what tends to happen to people like us is we get thrown into them rooms, them caves, so to speak, and then you don't leave them. Yeah. And you wind up hibernating into them rooms, and then before you know it, you're out of touch with reality, and everything's about the cave. And you don't talk to family anymore. That's what I did. And so as much as I'd love to have the own little room and everything's so pretty on the walls, I'm right in the middle of the living room. And it's for now, it's where I'm happiest. It's where I want to be. It doesn't suit the family as well as it, should. But then at the same time, it does keep me and maybe keep my time down to where I should be keeping it. It's so funny, Bill, because you drone therapy was exactly what I wanted to name my channel when I first started my YouTube. And when I went on YouTube, I seen a lot of people were using that. And I tried and I couldn't. I tried for days thinking how I can use the therapy into it. And then I finally just gave up, and I actually got so tired. I just thought, what the hell, I'm from Philly drone life. And I'm just going to use that. And then I'll think of something as time goes on. And I never thought of anything else. And it just kind of stayed Philly's drone life. But the reason and the therapy was exactly for the reasons you said. When you're having a bad day and life gets you down, you feel like eating, feel like using, feel like getting divorced. You just throw the drone up in the air, and just for 20 minutes for a battery, you don't have any of them problems. I'm totally concentrated on my telemetry, how to get the drone home, how to square off that shot, what the drone is doing. And for FPVers, my God, it's a pure rush. And that's why I got into that side of it.
Speaking of FPV, man.
Yeah, I know. He's amazing. John's amazing.
Well, I was doing an optical flow drone, the little
good one.
So this is the CXOF from Cheerson. And that was optical flow. I wasn't doing anything with the.
That's amazing.
See, it has optical flow on the bottom.
I always. That's just sick.
And then John's doing the FPV.
Look how good he is. Now, if I spun my drone around like that, I'd hit myself right in the forehead, right as I come out of that.
So 11 Charlie RC, as a disabled vet suffering from severe PSD, I use anything related to RC as therapy. That's kind of what we're talking about tonight. That nail on the head right there.
Yeah, that's okay. And this is what's kind of crazy, and I'm glad that you brought this up, Mike.
Yes,
we've been doing this for probably, I don't know. Let's see, John, we're almost at 75 episodes. So, but we've been doing it longer than that. And John and I have known each other and talked for a long time. And John was pretty much there from the original drone therapy, incantation, whatever. And we were talking about it. And like a week before we decided to go live, Ken Herron started his Thursday night live. It was so wild. And then we started, I think, a week later. We've gone through 3 seasons. We're going to wind up just before Christmas, stay off the air for 2 weeks, and come back with season 4 with that stinger I was talking about. And we're going to do a bunch of stuff between now and then. We're already on 2+ hours. I would like to, as I normally do, check around the room and see if anybody needs to bail and say their good evenings. All right, that's cool with me. As long as my wife doesn't come in and say, hand me those things as I'm going to snip them off, then I guess I'm good. John, are you okay?
John's out.
I'm going to be getting going after I send my good night, so I will catch you guys later. I'll see you. I'll get you stuff in a minute. What? Oh, 1 second. All right. So, hey guys, it was awesome. Philly,
Thank
it
you.
was
so
great
much.
to talk to you, man. And Curtis too. Everybody in the chat. It was such an awesome night.
John, let's you and I
definitely
get
catch
together.
you guys later.
John, let's you and I
What?
get together sometime and do some talking.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know where I am. So Philly, just keep doing you, man. You're freaking awesome. I absolutely love your energy. It's always great when I catch you on your streams.
Thank you
You know,
so
you can-
much.
All right.
You can holler at me later if you want to, man.
Have fun,
All
John.
right. Peace out, guys.
See you later.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Great
see you,
guy.
man.
You know, speaking of John for a minute, whenever I see him or just hears, there's something about this freaking guy's voice. It just makes me just feel calm. I just feel okay. He's not that masculine. Hey, yo, here I come down. I'm gonna kill you all. Just makes me feel okay. Just
What are you talking about? My voice?
No, not you. You scare me, dude. Hey, Curtis is in the room. Oh, here we go now.
See, two hours ago, he was like, that voice. No, he's like, you scared me.
You scare me.
Whatever, man.
Yeah.
The coffee cup's empty, man. What are you talking about? Hey, when do the new Starbucks cups come out?
This is like a plastic cup.
Right, but the new holiday cups come out like Monday or Tuesday.
Really? Oh my
That
god!
soon? Wow.
Yeah. They were talking about it on the radio today. I was like, what? Okay. But Dunkin' Donuts has already put theirs out, so I guess that,
Oh really?
so, they had to answer.
Guys, do you guys? Now, let me ask you a personal question. Do you watch holiday movies? Well, I know Bill does, because if Bill's got children in the house, he's got.
My wife gives me crap because I watch cartoons.
That's right, man. And the cartoons are good for you.
Yeah, man, they are.
You gotta stay young at heart, and the way to the heart is through the brain. That's the way to the heart, right?
Hello, Peter Carroll.
Yeah. Hey, Peter. Jimmy Neutron, wowzers. I mean, I love him.
Yes,
I
Jimmy
love
Neutron.
Jimmy's the shit.
Yeah, Jimmy's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Jimmy, right? With his hair. I love Jimmy. Jimmy. Come on. What's his buddy's name? What's his name? Oh, come on. What's his name? No, anyway, don't get me started with the Jimmy thing.
But my all-time favorite cartoon is still the Pink Panther.
The Pink, yeah. So you're older than me. How old are you?
54.
See, you're 1 year older than me.
That doesn't mean that you shouldn't know who the Pink. I'm talking about the original Pink Panther that didn't talk.
I know.
No, I'm a Marvin the Martian fan.
Okay, I can go there too, man. I can go there too. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
And don't you remember? I will love him and pet him, and I will name him George.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, I like him. I like him. But guys, you're gonna laugh at me, but I was just the normal Fred Flintstone. I stayed straight down the middle. I didn't watch Pink Panther. Annoyed the crap out of me. He didn't say anything.
Oh no, that's fine. How about that? Let's try this. I would immediately get off the school bus and run home to watch the Batman series with Adam West and Burt Ward.
Don't mention him. Don't you?
I'm sorry, man. He's gonna come back and go, no, C-Lab 2020.
That's it. Don't look
Yes, yes.
Oh my God!
Wait.
Every single freaking one. I watch it every night to go to sleep. Everyone.
You're gonna love this.
Come on, Billy. Show it to me. And look what else. Look what I go to sleep with. Look, wait, where's it at? Look, Clash of the Titans, the original one. Wowzers. Oh, no. Oh, honey. Come here. Look, hurry up, honey. She's making a sandwich. I want it. Look at it. Oh, no, I want it.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry. Curtis, do you have any toys you want to show?
Well, I've actually, I hesitate to show it. I actually started my own comic book.
Oh, very cool.
but I don't think I can show it on screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't show it. Come on.
I got this locally at the collector's place.
Oh, I knew you were a Star Wars fan.
Oh no, I'm this. You don't understand. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna get there. This is crazy. I feel like
I like Batman, Bill. Bill, send me
this
the
is my main fix.
Bill, the Batman. Oh, the Star Trek original one.
I need to put the decals on it.
Oh,
Check this out. You'll like this. It's a Hot Wheels.
I would throw them all away for the Batman. Oh, Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. Oh, that's got to be worth something. Oh, I used to love. Let me tell you a story about Hot Wheels, okay? Story about Hot Wheels.
I found one super unique Hot Wheels. Whoops, let me don't do something and turn anything on.
Oh, dude, I don't like you kept all
My wife's gonna come in here and glare at me in a minute.
my stuff away. That's not
okay. Now look what I found. This is so. You see what it is? It's for a session.
It's a what the hell?
You can put a GoPro session in it, and it's a Hot Wheels that's built just to hold the camera, and you can roll it along.
Oh, that's crazy.
See, works with GoPro. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's cool. I like it though.
Well, I'd found it in a bin like 2 Christmases ago because I was shopping for like stocking stuffers for my grandson.
And I love that you don't open them. You're the guy that says this is going to be worth something someday. I got to leave it in the package.
No, the thing about it is I didn't realize that when I was younger.
Right.
So, but now that I'm older and I have grandkids, I'm thinking, okay, I will just put these in a box for a while.
Here's a toy. You play with it, but just look at it. Hey, the toy's great, but just look.
No, usually what I do is I buy 2 of them and I put their stuff that I want to give to them as a collectible later in a box. And then I'll, give them one to play with.
Curtis is looking at me through a window. How did that happen? How the hell did that happen? Wait, he's looking at me through a window. Stop looking at me.
So this is a comic I'm working on called Dick Danger.
Oh.
I can throw.
How did you just do that? That's pretty amazing. All right, let me get my coffee. Show Dick Danger. I don't like the name. We're going to have to work on that name, though, Curtis.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything else,
So I pulled the watermark off. So hang on, yeah, there we go. So is it going to be like a digital comic book?
So I'm using 3D assets to render out single frames because I know how to work with 3D, basically.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Oh, dude, trust me, I'd love to have the cash to buy the software, but I like too many other tech-oriented stuff. And
you'll like this one, Bill. You see this, Bill?
Hang on. Yeah. Give me just a split second.
Oh, we're offline now. Okay.
No. We're not. We're still rolling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're still
I see
rolling right along. Yeah.
Okay,
I was just somebody messaged me, so I was trying to give them a quick howdy. Yeah, very cool. My wife sounds like she's taking a shower, so she's like going to get out and go, "You're still on?" And I'm like, "What? No, not really. I'm just talking to everybody, but not really." Oh, very nice. So I mean, okay, so but you're gonna print this, and so I'm seeing it as like on like some glossy paper, or you're gonna turn because it seems like this would be wasted if you like knock it down.
No, I'm just thinking about releasing it as 4K images.
Very cool.
It would be like a PDF with 4K images. So
I'm trying to have
some of this I can show, some of it I can't show.
Oh no, I get that. I can kind of get the gist of it from this outfit of this young lady. So, but yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth.
I can show this. Oh, you've got us on the 3-bay, so people can't really see what I'm showing.
What do you mean 3-bay?
No, 3 panel.
You're the only one that's being shown.
Oh, okay. I must be behind. I must be. Oh, I see what's going on. I'm behind.
You're not looking at the. You're looking.
I'm not looking
at
the current.
feed.
Yeah.
You're looking at the. You're not looking at the StreamYard feed.
Hang on 1 second here. Let me reboot this.
Yeah, because Mikey's just completely gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's here, but his chair is empty.
What else can I show you guys?
Oh, was it? Yeah, so we don't have to worry about it. There's plenty. We've heard 2 or 3 of those. Are you supposed to eat dinner now, boy?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're walking the door. You're just trying to go. How many times you got to run on the treadmill now? How many?
I'm here.
Okay, well, that's cool.
You heard me, Joe. Wowzers.
Yeah, he's advancing.
Look at that. I'm behind her.
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
he's yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, now we're on 3-banger. We go back full screen.
No, come on. You're freaking me out, man.
Look, I'm in the window. Hello.
Oh, that's the
Hi.
shot I like, dude. I like you peeking behind the blind. Is there any way you can like move the blind? That would be cool. Like create a little hole in the blinds, Curtis, like you're peeking. That would be awesome.
Let's see. What else can I show you guys here? I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I've.
Well, we're pretty much going to have to make the whole show adult because of the colorful.
No,
Language
there's
made
no
throughout
just
the night.
about me, Curtis. You're taking over me.
How? Okay, look, I can go back to see, but then it's gonna look. Oh, well, that's not too bad actually.
No, yeah, let's make Curtis as small as possible.
Okay, what's this?
Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Let's get festive because in my comic book, Santa is actually a bad guy.
Oh, wow.
I'm liking this Santa boy. What I like to do to the streets of Philly sometimes.
Well, I know. This is something that it's been way past me doing. I need to do it real quick. Hang on just a split second, Curtis, and we'll come back out of it because I need to do this.
Go for it.
This week's shout out goes to Curtis Dart, who didn't even realize that I was doing it for him this week because of all the great work and help and friendship he's given to Philly Drone Life.
Hey,
Aw.
it's about me. I love it. I was in the shout out.
Well, I was kind of planning to give it to Curtis even if he didn't come on the show tonight. But when I saw that you were, so happy when you first came on, I just simply, Curtis said he was home and I messaged and he was like, yeah, sure. And I noticed that the minute you heard his voice, you calmed down.
Yeah. We're working on the whole Zen thing. Yeah, he promised that if I can calm down, he'd give me 20 seconds on the treadmill. Each time I'm able to control myself, he'll control himself. That's just something we're working on. Yeah. When did this come out? Yeah. Anyway.
So let's catch up on the chat here. Let's see.
It's
Good
been a
night,
while.
y'all. Have a great evening. Have you met Frequent Flyer yet? He's in Philly, I think.
Frequent
Rick
flyer.
Halber, Night Bill, Michael Curtis. Good night, Rick Halber.
Yes, sir. Sorry we missed you.
Oh, good night, Ricky. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at the chat.
Hey,
Well,
Mike.
no,
sounds
it
like
happens,
you're
man.
voting.
Especially when you're having fun like we have been tonight. You kind of lose, and then I feel bad about it. That's like when John was here and he could kind of get in the middle of it. I was just like, I'll do, hey, yeah, I could go boom, and then I could go boom, and then I could go boom, and then I could go boom. Here we go, catching up.
So Birdman 316 RC, what do you mean them things make me nervous? Are you talking about the little drones they were flying, or
Probably. Man, I tell you, we got.
But yeah, I'm kind of working on a comic book. I've been working on it for about a year. And then I go, it's boring. And then I go, people like it. And then I'm not sure. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Everybody was great tonight. It's fantastic tonight. But my wife is out of the shower now, and everybody here is more than welcome to come back at another time. But I probably need to go do some things to make up for the excessive time I've been. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys. But you know, I've kind of gone past my normal allotted time.
Yeah, you've done a 2-hour show tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Hey, so there you go. That lets you know, Michael, just how special you are. You already have my phone number so that you can text me if you need me. We've already cleared the air about all our other introductions to people and how we deal with those situations. And so, like I said, anytime you need me to help out or anything, just give me a shout. You know, you can text me and I will get back to you.
Bill,
Curtis,
thanks for the opportunity. Really, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Dude, you got more subs than me, and you're telling me that I'm giving you an opportunity. But that's cool. We've been doing. I like doing the constant show thing for. Like I said, John has been with me since the second show, since the very second show of Drone Therapy, and he was always in my ear and helping me out the whole time before.
Great guy.
We started out. Billy Kyle started out on the show. Drone Worship started on the show. The guy that they put the thing up for, who's in the hospital and stuff. Right. Original Dobo's been on the show.
I didn't know that.
I've had Rick Smith's been on the show. Kelly Shores has been on the show. We've had Zoe FPV, in my opinion, the best female FPV pilot on the planet, has been on the show. The way I like to talk about it is kind of goes off the drone therapy thing. The show itself is kind of like if you go to see the Rolling Stones or let's say the Jonas Brothers for the younger set, and they're really wound up after the show and they want to go somewhere and have a couple of beers and they go, wow, that's a pretty cool stage. I like this crowd. Let's go play a few songs. And they jump up on stage and they jam and they drink and they party with everybody and you hear about it the next day. That's what drone therapy is. It's where everybody can, no matter how big you are, no matter small you are, you can always come and chill on drone therapy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like an after party?
Thank you. Yeah, and that's, I tell you, some of the names you mentioned, that's what got me so nervous because I don't look at myself in them, and I feel like I don't belong there. I'm just
okay. Well, the thing about it is like Bill, the drone reviewer, has been on with us before. Ron Brown's been on with us before. We were season 2 was the Bucket List Boys. And the reason the reason that Rick was on here, the reason that Kelly was on here was that Bill contacted him and said, hey, come on. And I've even had Scott Parazinski on here, the astronaut and creator and innovator and help out with the FD Aviator. Has been on here. He's probably going to come back on for a future show as they've made updates to the Aviator. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for the man right down here. Right.
Do you have time for a quick update on the Aviator?
Yes, go for it.
So the FT Aviator, the folks are not slowing down. They've worked on putting some expo into the up and down on the gimbal so that you can get smoother camera movements. But more importantly, they now have integrated with air data. So now that if you're a commercial pilot and you're, say, for instance, you work for the fire department, you can now incorporate air data with your FT Aviator, which you could not do that before. So you can be 100% legal with the FAA.
Wow. Well, they're doing some work. That you got to respect the company that's willing to do that. So
they're not sitting back. I can tell you that.
Well, that's super, super cool. So what I will do first is, since I'm going to let everybody say their good evenings. I'm very grateful for having Curtis on tonight to help me out with Michael. I'm glad to have Michael on tonight. And I will throw it to Curtis first, and then Curtis can throw it to Michael, and then Michael can throw it back to me, and we'll close out the show. And Curtis, would you say your good evening, sir?
Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. I had a great time. This was kind of impromptu. I was not planning on being here. My plan was just to rush home and catch Michael, but I felt I needed to jump in and just to kind of help Michael out a little bit because I love the guy. I think he's got a lot to offer our community. He's only begun to scratch the surface. I mean, I talked to him a lot offline, and I hear a lot of the stories, and they're very, very inspirational. And I want to kind of get Mike to share more of those stories, and I think people can learn and grow from the things that he's been through. And he's still here, which is the amazing thing. And I'm glad that he is here. I'm glad to be part of his life. Bill, thank you very much for having me on your show. As always, it's a pleasure to be here and talk to you. Wish you the best of luck in the coming year in case we don't talk again before the new year, because I know it's coming up, real quick. We're going to all get busy with Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so I want to just kind of take that opportunity to say thank you for being a great friend. And we've got to get together and go fly, man.
Michael.
I always have to start it out like that because it's the way I feel, man. And as you guys know, I wear my feelings on my sleeve. I thank you so much for this opportunity, really. And for the whole community that bears with me, because I'm not always there sometimes, and God only knows what comes out of my mouth, but I mean well, guys, and thank you so much just for the opportunity. I mean, I haven't slept in a week knowing I was coming on this show, and so I'm just honored, and I'm just honored to be a part of something that's so much bigger than myself. And I just thank each and every one of you that accept me for who I am, just the way I am. And just get out there and fly, guys, and just be yourself. No fake stuff. Just be who you are. And that's really what it's about. Just like I think Bill put it the best, the whole therapy thing really does touch home for me. And so if you're struggling, you're having a rough day, throw your drone up in the air and know that there's a whole community that feels just like you. And that's how I'm getting by. And if you need any help, give me a call, give me an email. I love you guys. And thank you for loving me. And Bill, thank you so much for the opportunity. And Curtis, thank you for everything.
Well, that's great, and I'm glad to have had you on the show, and I will definitely have you back as long as you're wanting to come back on the show. And Curtis knows that he can pretty much just give me a text, and he can get on the show whenever he wants. With that being said, I want to give everyone an update again to say we're going to do the color grading 2 next week, and please feel free to send your footage into broadreachpro@gmail.com so that we may get your footage in the loop for next week's on-air color grading. And he's going to kind of go through, he'll probably color grade it. He might do 1 or 2 clips on air. I'm not sure what his plan is with that. Hopefully he won't get called into work. Otherwise we'll do something spontaneous. After that, we're going to do the money shot, like I was telling everybody and we were joking about earlier. After that, we're going to try to do a spontaneous on-air, very similar to what Joshua Bardwell does. We're going to try to do something called UAV Medics, where we try to diagnose and cure whatever ailments in whatever drone it might be. It could be FPV, it could be a toy drone, it could be a camera drone, and we will try to troubleshoot it live on the air. If we can't find it and the chat can't figure it out, maybe Google can help. So that's what we're trying to shoot for. So anybody,
or we could call Bardwell.
I'd like him to come on, but I don't think he will. And I don't think he's going to talk about DJI products, Autel products, or toy drones. So, and then the week after that, the return of Xeno Nation on December 4th to start off the month of December. And then after that, we're kind of open for 2 weeks. So we might just kind of open for them to close out the holidays and stuff. Again, gentlemen, I am very grateful to have you all in the house. And if you would like to stay a little bit after we close off the air, that would be fantastic.
I can hang.
All right. Hopefully this will work, and I'm going to try to end everything properly. Thank you, folks, for joining us tonight. Please come back next week. As I said, Ethan should be here. John should be here. We should all be having a good time. Live long and prosper.